What's going on? It's your boy H Money, Mr. The Zone. We in the building. Let's get it. Great night of fights. Josh Taylor coming up. Unified Junior Welterweight Champion of the World. Josh Taylor in the building. You know what I mean? I got my scouting hat on tonight. I got my scouting hat on, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking notes right here. You know what it is? DHP, Devin Haney Promotions. We getting straight to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it with yours truly, H Money, Mr. The Zone. We out here on this great night of fights, great day of boxing. We about to take advantage, man. And I gotta get my knowledge up. I gotta get my knowledge up, dog. You know what I'm talking about? I gotta get my knowledge up right here, man. You know what I mean? Let's get straight to it, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, you know what they say, the early bird get the worm. H Money, man, I came here to put on a show. I came here to put on a show. We got big fights coming up throughout the sport of boxing all day, all day. You know what I'm saying? The brotherhood in the building. Brotherhood, man, let's drop the link, man. We finna turn up. What up? Let's go, man. A great night of fights. We got Charlo coming up, man. Jamal. You know what I'm saying? We got fights on the zone. You know what I'm saying? Josh Taylor, unified champion. Haney wants Taylor. I'm gonna just let it be known, man. Devin Haney wants Josh Taylor, bro. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give y'all the breaking news. Haney wants Taylor. Haney wants Taylor, dog. On God, no cap. You hear me? So yeah, man, we about to do all of this, man. We gonna cover the sport. We finna turn all the way up, man. Ain't no turning down today. You got big time matchups. Haney wants Taylor. Haney wants Taylor. No cap. You know what I'm talking about? So we finna get into all of that good shit, bro. On God, you hear me? Yeah, man, we got a lot of good fights, man. You got Mauritis, Breedis versus Yel, Doherty Coast on the zone. Finals in the World Boxing Super Series, man. I'm rocking out with Josh Taylor, though. I'm going to check out Josh Taylor versus Khongsong. You know what I'm saying? Josh Taylor versus Khongsong right here. I'm scouting Josh Taylor, bro. You know what I mean? We got the brotherhood in here, man. If y'all haven't subscribed to that brother channel, make sure you go subscribe to the brotherhood ASAP, because he's dropping pressure. The brotherhood, one of the best channels. I could vouch for that right now. Brotherhood always doing his thing, man. You know what I'm saying? He's on a different level. He's talking about more than boxing. Believe that. You heard me? Believe that. Brotherhood doing his thing, and he making it look easy. He's making it look easy. He got a lot of bodies on his resume. No cap. No cap, man. You know what I mean? You know, I had to get up early on this Saturday, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I had to get up early on this one, bro. Pass the word, spread the word, man. You know what I mean? Hit that like button right now. Subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of great boxing. Josh Taylor versus Khongsong. Josh Taylor, unified champion at 140 pounds, possibly a potential opponent for Devin the Dream Haney. And you know I'm Team Haney to the death. You hear me? I'm Team Haney. You feel me? I'm Team Haney all day, every day, man. So we about to get into all of this, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't no capping, man. Ain't no capping going on. Rube Ski. Come on, Rube, man. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? We had to come get it, bro. You hear me? No cap, you feel me? Hey, Rube Ski in the building. He said the best in MMA, boxing, football, basketball, etc. is here. H Money, Mr. The Zone. Yeah, we rocking, dog. On God. We rocking, man. It's a great night of fights, man. I'm gonna check out all the cards. We gonna call the best fights. We ain't gonna even wait. We ain't wasting no time. Hit that like button if you haven't already, man. Josh Taylor versus Apinun Khongsong. You know what I mean? A lot of people looking at it like it's an easy win for Taylor. You know, you can't overlook anybody. Khongsong, undefeated fighter. Undefeated fighter like Khongsong, man, I ain't sleeping on him. I'm not sleeping on him, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got up early, nigga. I ain't barely did no sleeping today. I got up early, bro. I ain't doing no sleeping today. We came here to take notes. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my homework on Josh Taylor tonight, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm making sure, you know what I'm saying, I take my notes. I'm always, you know what I'm saying, putting in work. I'm scouting Josh Taylor tonight, bro. You hear me? I'm scouting Josh Taylor tonight. Real talk. A possible opponent for Devin the Dream Haney. I'm telling you right now, Haney schools Taylor. Haney schools Taylor on God. You hear me? Taylor don't want those problems. Josh Taylor is a good fighter, undefeated champion. But you know what? He's 29 years old. Taylor, he's you know what I mean? He has reached this peak already. Josh Taylor has already reached this peak. He has already reached his full potential. You know what I'm saying? Josh Taylor took a lot of punishment in that fight against what's his name? Regis Prograis. You know what I mean? You seen his eye after the fight. Josh Taylor looked like he was in a war against Regis Prograis, bro. It ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be easy. Even tonight, I think Khongsong comes to fight. I think Khongsong comes to get it. You gotta live the life of a fighter in and out the ring. Is Josh Taylor really living the life of a champion in and out the ring? That's the question. That's the question that I gotta bring to the table. Josh Taylor's a good fighter. He's a solid opponent. I think Haney schools him. You know what I mean? I think Haney schools Josh Taylor. No cap. The Brotherhood said Prograis blew his eye up. Yeah, man, you seen his eye after the fight, bro? I don't think Josh Taylor, you know what I mean, has fully recovered. I don't think his eye has fully recovered from that Regis Prograis fight. Took a lot of punishment. He took a lot of damage. He was in a war. He was in a war. As far as Devin and Dream Haney, he's coming up to 140 in his next two fights. So Haney wants Taylor. Haney wants Taylor. He said, I don't have ESPN Plus, so thanks on the fight. You know what I mean? It's all good. JJ Romano, it's all good. You know, make sure you hit the like button for real, for real. You know, it's a big night of fights, man. And I ain't taking no time off, man. I ain't taking no days off. We came here to put in work, man. I came here to put in work, man. I'm scouting. I'm scouting. I'm doing my homework. We getting straight to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it on God. And that's on God. No cap. You know what I mean? This is what it is. H Money, Mr. The Zone, back again with another one. And another one. You hear me? Shout out to the whole squad, bro. Josh Taylor, Haney is coming for you. Josh Taylor, Devin Haney is coming for you, bro. For real, though. Haney is coming for Josh Taylor, bro. Just a matter of time before Devin the Dream Haney takes over 140 pounds the same way he took over the lightweight division, bro. I'm telling you right now, nobody at 135 pounds can beat Devin Haney. Nobody at 140 can beat Devin Haney. Haney is coming up to 140, and he wants all the smoke, bro. He's coming up to 140, and believe me, Devin the Dream Haney, he wants all the smoke with all the champions. He want Josh Taylor. Devin Haney wants to fight against Jose Ramirez. He wants every last one of these guys, man. And I can't wait for Devin Haney to move up to take over, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for that. So y'all hit that like button, bro. We getting ready, man. We getting closer and closer to the fights. Shout outs to my whole squad, man. Shout outs to my team, DHP, Devin Haney Promotions. Shout outs to the Dream Team. You know what I'm saying? The best in the business. No cap. We working, dog. We working, man. Josh Taylor, Devin Haney is coming for you. Devin Haney wants Taylor. Haney wants Taylor. Put it right. Hey, write it down. Put it in the newspaper. Put it in an article. Make a video about it. Haney wants Taylor. Remember I told you that, dog. Remember I told you that. Devin Haney beats the hell out of Josh Taylor. Beats the hell out of him. I'm telling you, by the time Devin Haney comes up to 140, Josh Taylor going to leave the division. By the time Devin Haney comes up to 140 pounds, Josh Taylor going to run out the division. I promise you that. I promise you that, dog. Josh Taylor going to try to leave the division when Devin Haney gets around. What up, Coco the Don in the building? We got the Don in here. He says, H Money, Mr. The Zone, the best in the business. Coco says, salute to everyone. Coco getting ready for the fights, man, on this Saturday. You know, Coco the Don, my brother from another. And we in here, man. We taking notes. I'm taking notes. Josh Taylor, Devin Haney is coming for you, Taylor. That's what I'm going to say. I'm taking notes. I got my scouting hat on. I got my scouting hat on right now. You know what I mean? Haney wants Taylor. You know, that's the headlines. The headlines on a Saturday, Devin Haney takes over the sport of boxing. You know, Devin Haney wants to fight Josh Taylor. He's moving up in weight real soon. Josh Taylor, just don't run from 140. Just don't run out the division, Josh Taylor, when Devin Haney steps on the scene. Because Haney is watching the fight. Haney is taking his notes. Shout outs to Mr. Bill Haney. You know, we grinding. We grinding, bro. Ain't no days off. You feel me? Ain't no days off. I'm taking notes. I got my scouting hat on. We want Taylor. Let it be known. I'm letting it be known to the world. Haney wants him. Haney wants Jose Ramirez. Haney wants Jose Ramirez. He wants Josh Taylor. He wants everybody at 135. Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez. He wants the winner from that fight. Haney wants Gervonta Tank Davis. He wants Ryan Garcia, Luke Campbell's. You know what I'm saying? He wants everybody, man. Haney is the man. You know what I mean? We can debate it. I just dropped the link in the chat because I won't smoke all day today. On God. No cap. I want smoke with everybody in the chat, bro. I'm calling everybody out. If you got, that's only if you got a different opinion than me. You know what I'm saying? If you got a different opinion than me, I won't smoke with you. I want to smoke with everybody in the chat. On God. So there go the link. I'm looking for smoke today. I'm looking for smoke, bro. Otis says Taylor is the man. Haney is the man. When Haney moves up to 140 pounds, Haney is the man. Wherever division Devin Haney is in, he's the man in the division. He's the man. So Taylor wants smoke, he can get it. If Taylor wants that smoke, you saying he's the man? Haney wants smoke. Haney is the man, bro. So let him fight for it. That's if Taylor doesn't duck, if Taylor doesn't tuck his tail, if he doesn't run out the division by the time Devin Haney shows up on the scene. That's if Josh Taylor don't run out the division when Devin Haney moves up. Because we won't smoke with Taylor. I just told you that. Haney is the man. Haney is the man, bro. Josh Taylor struggled with Regis Prograis. He struggled in that fight. He went life and death with Regis. And listen, Devin Haney is good friends with Regis Prograis. He's good friends with him. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you this, Devin Haney wasn't going to go life and death with anybody at 140. Haney makes it look easy. He takes less punishment than everybody. He takes less punishment. He's doing his job. JC the Don in the building. Hit that like button right now. You know what's going on. We in a, you know what I'm saying, a blessed day right here. Big fights in the sport of boxing, man. You got Charlo versus Derevyanchenko. You feel me? Hit that like button, bro. We finna turn up. Bro, I'm finna turn all the way up, bro. I'm finna turn up, man. I'm taking notes. I got my scouting hat on tonight, man. I got my scouting hat on for this one. I'm taking notes on Josh Taylor, bro. I'm doing my homework constantly, consistently. You hear me? I'm not taking no days off, man. You know what I mean? Josh Taylor won it, he can get it. You saying Josh Taylor is the man? I'm telling you right now, Devin Haney wants Josh Taylor. Devin Haney wants Taylor, bro, on God. You know what I mean? I hope Josh Taylor, you know what I'm saying, keep that same energy. No cap. Ashley Love said, how can I get the fight? I can't locate it on ESPN Plus. It hasn't started yet, though. The fight hasn't started yet. You know, tune in to the pre-fight party with H Money, Mr. The Zone, the best in the business. You heard me? JC, he said, what up to Coco? We working. JC, Coco, man. You know what's up, man. What y'all think about the fights, man? Let me get some predictions. Let me get y'all predictions in this one. A whole lot of fights going on. What y'all think about the fights tonight? Jermell Charlo, Jason Rosario. I see you. I see you, brotherhood. I see you. Haney ain't losing to no Josh Taylor. That's for damn sure. I promise you that. Haney, he won Taylor. Taylor, bro, he doesn't live the life of a champion out the ring. You got to be a champion in and out the ring. Josh Taylor showed us plenty of slip-ups out the ring, man. You know what I mean? I see a lot of flaws in Josh Taylor, man. Tonight, I'm gonna take some more notes. We're going to find out some more about Josh Taylor tonight against this guy like Khongsong. Even though it's meant for Josh Taylor to win this fight, it's meant for him to get the W in this one. It's meant for him to get the dub. You know what I mean? They're trying to give him a, you know what I'm saying, a tune-up. This is more like a tune-up fight. I see you, brotherhood. Salute. Coco says salute to the brotherhood. We rocking, man. I'm sending all the notifications out to all the people so everybody get this video. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all hit that like button, bro. We just getting started. Shout outs to everybody, man. Ain't no days off, man. What y'all think about Charlo Rosario? I think Jermell Charlo gonna smoke Rosario. I think Jermell Charlo gonna smoke Jason Rosario tonight. I got Jermell Charlo knocking out Rosario. Rosario chin is suspect, man. Jason Rosario chin is suspect, bro. He got a suspect chin for real. For real. Salute, fam. Brotherhood. We out here. Oh, JJ says it's a cherry pick for Josh Taylor today. You never know in the sport of boxing. Remember, they thought that Buster Douglas was a cherry pick for Mike Tyson at the time. And what happened to Mike Tyson? We thought that Andy Ruiz was a cherry pick for Anthony Joshua. And what happened? Anthony Joshua got knocked out. You never know, bro. You never know. A lot of people, bro, you know what I'm saying? You can't sleep on these fighters, man. That's why you got to prepare for every fight like it's your last. You got to prepare for every fight like it's your last. You never know what can happen in the sport of boxing. That's why we love the sport so much. We getting closer and closer to the fights, yo. Hit that like button for real, bro. I ain't taking no days off, man. We working. Let me answer all questions, bro. Q&A with the chat, bro. Let's do a Q&A with the chat. Valito is here. Valito. Yo, what up,
What's
Valito?
going on,
What's up with it?
What's going on?
What's up, bro?
What's up?
How you feeling, Valix?
Feeling good?
For sure, man. It's a big night of fights, man. Make sure you know what I'm saying, you turn your TV on, watch this great sport of boxing at its highest level. You got a unified champion, undefeated Josh Taylor, you know what I'm saying, making his return to the ring. The last time we seen Josh Taylor was against Regis Prograis. You know, it was a battle of the undefeateds, and Josh Taylor prevailed, and Josh Taylor came out on top. You hear me? Let me read these comments. Mensa talk too. He said, "Why is the boxing world blackballing Charles Conwell?" Shout outs to Charles Conwell. Shout outs to Bad News. I'm not sure. I don't think they blackballing him. You know, because he got a fight coming up real soon. You know what I mean? It's probably hard for him to find fights. It's probably difficult at the time. But I did an interview with Charles Conwell. Bad News. He's a solid guy. He's a hell of a fighter. I think he's going to be a future world champion in the sport of boxing. He's currently fighting at 154 pounds. He's a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a fighter, man. So shout outs to Charles Conwell. Bad news. He's only 22 years old. He's only 22. He's making a lot of noise. He's ready for a title shot. He wants the winner of Jermell Charlo versus Jason Rosario. I'm telling you right now, watch out for Charles Conwell, a.k.a. Bad News, future world champion. He's a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a talent. He wants Erickson, Lubin, and all of those guys. You know what I mean? I think Charles Conwell knocks out Lubin. I already said that, you know what I'm saying, in my previous videos. You can watch it. I like Lubin. I think Conwell is better. I think Conwell knocks him out. For real. Prograis won that fight. But he said, but because it was in the UK, Taylor got the decision. Let's get it. Let's get it. He said, you tripping. Taylor outboxed Prograis. Yeah, I thought Taylor won the fight, but it was kind of close. Prograis came back at the end. Prograis came back at the end, bro. It was a hell of a fight, though. Josh Taylor got the W. Taylor got the win, but you know it wasn't easy. I could tell you that it wasn't easy, and you could look at Josh Taylor's face at the end of the fight. Josh Taylor was in a war with Regis Prograis, bro. You could tell by the look of his face at the end of the fight, bro. You know what I mean? Shout outs to everybody, man. Hit that like button right now. We about to turn all the way up. It's gonna be a lot of great fights, man. A lot of great fights tonight. Well, good fights. A lot of good fights tonight for sure. Lou DiBella promotes Conwell. DiBella don't have a network deal. I think that DiBella, he be working with DAZN. He works with he got a couple of fighters on DAZN. I know I could tell you this much that Charles Conwell, his next fight is gonna be on Showbox. He's headlining on Showbox. Him and his brother Isaiah Steen fighting on Showbox. Kinda Loco Sports, what's up with it? Kinda Loco in the building. Everybody subscribe to his channel right now. Yo, Kinda Loco Sports. We got some big fights coming up. Josh Taylor, unified champion at 140 pounds. We got Mauritis Breedis versus Yaniel Dorticos, the knockout doctor. Finals in a World Boxing Super Series in a cruiserweight division. Let's go. MMA champ, the goal says starting soon. MMA champ, man, rise and shine, bruh. Rise and shine. We getting ready for the fights. It's fight night. It's fight night, bruh. You hear me? Let's go. Haney wants Taylor. The headline, the story of the night. Make a video about it. Talk about it. You know, make a tweet about it. You hear me? Devin Haney wants Josh Taylor. Haney wants Taylor. I'm scouting him. I got my scouting hat on tonight. Let's go. Haney moving up to 140 in his next two fights. We won Josh Taylor. No cap. On God. On God. Kinda Loco Sports says I'm in the streets making my rounds. LOL figured I will have to show you. He said your show playing in the background. I got you, Kinda Loco Sports. You know, man, H Money gonna give you the truth. H Money gonna keep it real. Josh Taylor is a possible opponent for Devin the Dream Haney. Haney wants to move up to 140, and he wants all the champions. Jose Ramirez, Josh Taylor, they on the hit list. I'm telling you right now, Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor is on the Devin Haney hit list. You know, we got the duck tree. We got the hit list of all the fighters that we want in the future, man. And I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes. I got my scouting hat on, man. You hear me? No cap. I got my scouting hat on. Hit that like button right now. We about to turn all the way up, man. Ain't no turning down for real. You feel me? Real talk, man. You know what they said, Kano? The early bird gets the worm. And you know me, I'm always taking my notes. I'm always taking my notes, man. You know what? I'm not gonna let nothing pass me by. I promise you that. I'm not gonna let nothing pass me by, man. For real though. Josh Taylor, we coming for you. Josh Taylor, Devin Haney is coming for you. For real. I can promise you that, bro. I promise you that, bro. We want all the champions. We want the best competition. Devin Haney looking at his legacy. At the end of his career, Devin Haney wants to be the greatest fighter that ever lived. He wants to be better than Floyd Mayweather, bro. We want all the champions. I just hope Josh Taylor don't run out the division when Devin Haney moves up. Because Devin Haney said in his next two fights, after his next two fights, he's coming up to 140, and he wants all the champions. Every last one of them. Every last one of them. You can name it. Name one champion. Name a champion. Devin Haney wants to fight him at 140. Jose Ramirez, we all know about the history. Devin Haney sparring. He sparred against Jose Ramirez, and Devin Haney gave him a boxing lesson in front of Freddie Roach. And Freddie Roach had to stop the sparring. He had to stop it because Devin Haney was too fast. He was whooping Jose Ramirez's ass. Devin Haney's too fast, and he whooped Jose Ramirez's ass. No cap, bro. They had to stop the session. You know what I'm saying? They had to stop it. Freddie Roach, Hall of Fame trainer, had to stop it. Haney was too quick. He was too slick for Jose Ramirez. Matter of fact, Haney wants to fight the best. Haney wants to be undisputed in the lightweight division. He wants the winner of Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez. Haney wants to fight the winner of Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that's what it is, man. That's the type of time I'm on right now. You know what I'm saying? Man, y'all got to get a pen. Man, make sure you guys get a pen. If you in the chat, MMA champ, go get a pen and a pad. Go get a pen and a piece of paper and take down notes. Everything that I'm saying, write it down, man. If you listen, you will learn. I could teach you about this sport of boxing. I could teach you about the Sugar Ray Robinsons. I could teach you about the Muhammad Ali's, the Devin Haney's, the Floyd Mayweathers, the Bernard Hopkins. You know what I mean? I could teach you about the Pernell Whitakers, the Felix Trinidad, the Hector Camachos, the Julio Cesar Chavez Seniors, the Julio Cesar Chavez. You know what I'm saying? The Salvador Sanchez is out there. The Ricardo Lopez, the Evander Holyfields. I could teach you about all of these guys, man. So take your notes, man. Devin Haney is the new era. Devin Haney is the new generation. Devin Haney is the new face of boxing. Believe that. Believe that. MMA champ is here. You know what I'm saying? We out here, man, and we doing it big. Pugilist said Haney will beat up Josh Taylor. Taylor will duck Haney. Don't they all duck him? Don't they all duck him? Shout outs to Lomachenko. Nomachenko. Big duck. Gervonta Davis. Big duck. Gary Russell Jr., the newest duck to the duck tree. Gary Russell Jr., the newest ducker. He's the newest ducker, man. Kind of Loco Sports at 140 loaded. He said, don't just leave it to two names. LOL. They might not even be champs by the time Haney move up. Haney said next two fights. So Haney going to be there, bro, very soon by next year, 2021. You know what I'm saying? Haney going to be up there at 140. He only got two fights left. He fight in November. Devin Haney fights in November. So he going to stay active. He going to fight very soon after that. And then he moving up to 140. So we want the champions, to be honest with you. Devin Haney wants champions and former champions. He want the current champions and he want former champions in any division. You know what I'm saying? We want the big fish, man. We want the best fighters in the world. We want the top guys. Former champions like Mikey Garcia. Current champions like, you know what I'm saying? Current champions like, you know what I'm saying? Jose Ramirez, Josh Taylor, that type of competition. Former champions and current world champions. He wants to be the best fighter in the world, and that's how you do it. You know what I mean? That's how you do it. All right. Mensa says, when Floyd was pretty boy, he was a knockout artist. Yeah, he was knocking people out. Now, that's before he hurt his hands. Remember, Floyd started hurting his hands. He had those hand problems. You know what I'm saying? So Floyd was knocking out people like Gennaro Hernandez, Angel Manfredis, Diego Corrales. Floyd was stopping all of those guys, man. Floyd stopped them. Remember, Floyd moved up in weight, and what did Floyd do? Stopped Arturo Gatti. You know what I mean? So Floyd showed us a lot of power, man. Floyd showed us a lot of skills. At the end of the day, skills wins fights, man. Remember that. You know what I mean? People talk about power, people talk about knockouts and all of that. But hey, skills wins fights. The best fighters of all time, the greatest fighters and boxers, the greatest boxers of all time, they were you know what I'm saying? They had a lot of skills. Muhammad Ali, tremendous skills. He wasn't, you know what I mean? He could knock you out. Of course, Muhammad Ali had power. Muhammad Ali did. He knocked out George Foreman. Muhammad Ali stopped he stopped Sonny Liston. Muhammad Ali stopped Joe Frazier before, you know what I mean? But he was a boxer first. Boxing is the sweet science. Hit and not be hit. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. So me, I'll take a skillful boxer over a puncher any day. Because skills wins fights. Skills wins fights, man. Don't you forget that. And Devin Haney got the skills to pay the bills. Devin Haney got the skills to pay the bills on God. On God, bro. So we getting ready for the fights, man. Look like the fights about to jump off, man. Let me see what's up with Josh Taylor, man. I'm taking notes on him tonight, man. I'm taking notes on Josh Taylor. It look like the car about to start, bro. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. You know me, man. H Money came to put on the show. You heard me. On God. On God. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We about to turn all the way up. Yeah, you got good fighters at 140, man. The division is loaded. The division is loaded, man. You got a lot of talent right there. You know what I mean? You know, boxing is in some great hands right now. Boxing is in some great hands right now with these young fighters like Devin Haney leading the way at only 21 years old. He's going to be in the sport of boxing possibly for like, you know what I mean, 20 more years. He can go until he's 41 the way he living out the ring, God willing. God willing, the way Devin Haney is living out the ring, no smoking, no drinking. Devin Haney could be in the sport for a very, very long time. He's only 21. I could see Devin being in boxing for 20 more years, man. The way he living out the ring, you know what I mean? At least 19 more years until he like 40. How Floyd kept fighting until he was like 40 years old, wasn't it? 40, 39, Floyd kept fighting. Devin do the same thing, bro. He could do more than Floyd, probably until 41 years old. Everything Floyd Mayweather did, Devin Haney trying to do it better. You know what I'm saying? Records are meant to be broken. And Devin Haney is the fighter. He's the one. He's the one, bro. Floyd Mayweather passed the torch to Devin the Dream Haney. Floyd Mayweather passed the torch to Devin the Dream Haney, bro. For real. We're about to get into it, bro. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Getting ready for these big fights. We just getting started, man. Shout out to all my people, you know what I mean? Getting ready for these big fights. How's my audio, MMA champ? How's the audio? What it sound like? I'm good. Josh Taylor versus Apinun Khongsong. Apinun Khongsong versus Josh Taylor coming up. We finna do it, bro. Finna do it, man. You know, man, listen, man. We about to turn all the way up, man. Ain't no turning down, bro. Ain't no turning down in this one. Appreciate everybody, bro. We finna make it do what it do. You know what I mean? Pre-fight party, dog. Pre-fight party, man. They turn my sounds on. This one of my tracks right here. You know, H Money, man. This is me in the booth right here. This is my single. You know what I mean? My single right here. Let me drop it for the people. Check me out. Listen to my song, man. If y'all never heard it before, man. Listen to H Money, man. You hear me? Check me out.
I'm whipping the work, whipping the work. I'm popping the perk, whipping the work, sipping the perk, whipping the work. I'm whipping the work, popping the perk, whipping the work, whipping the work.
Hey, shout out to my boy 24 Geezy in the chat. 24, man. Appreciate you, 24. We taking notes tonight. Devin Haney wants to fight against Josh Taylor. You know, he wants Josh Taylor when he moves up to 140. So we scouting Josh Taylor right now. So 24, man, appreciate you. How's my audio, 24? What I sound like? What I sound like, man? Give me an audio check. Give me a mic check, man. Give me a mic check, my boy. What I sound like? I'm good. Am I good? Give me a mic check. All right, sound like it's good. I just did a mic check. Y'all hit that like button, man. You know what I mean? Ain't no turning down. You feel me? Ain't no turning down. Hit that like button though. You heard? Let me drop it back. This is my single right here. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully one of these days I could walk Devin Haney to the ring with one of my tracks. You feel me? I could walk Devin Haney to the ring with my track right here. Check it out.
I'm whipping the work, whipping the work. I'm popping the perk, whipping the work, sipping the perk, whipping the work. I'm whipping the work, popping the perk, whipping the work, 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 whipping the work. Whipping the work, popping the perk. Change all I cannot behave. I whip the word like a slave. Bitch got my day man like a fade. Call up and money get paid. We still want 200 for J's. All these like come out the store. And I just bought me a perk. I'm about to flex on the hoe. We put gelato on boats. We put gelato on planes. We put gelato in cars. We smoke this shit to the brain. I pop a perk and I elevate. Get a new bitch on the elevate. We hit the road off in hella states. She drop it out, give me hella cake. It's money this shit. Working that bitch. Harder like Swiss. Diamonds went like a fish. Pull up with them sticks.
Nigga try to do me, I'm here, look.
Hey man, hey listen. Hey man, you know me, man. I'm straight off the block with it, man. You know what I'm saying? From my hood to your hood. Let's get it popping, man.
You never be fly as me, nigga. Nah. I used to. Don't shit stop a nigga like me, nigga. Nah. You never be fly as me, nigga. Nah. I used to put down a P, nigga. Yeah. Just to run up me some G, nigga. Listen to me when I speak, nigga. Hey. I say you hope I'm a priest, nigga. Yeah, I'm a priest to the streets, nigga. Listen to me, we gon' eat, nigga. Hey. Listen up, listen up, listen up. Yeah. Pull up and hop out that Fendi truck. Yeah. Flex on these bitches with no muscle. Hey. You know with blood on my Fendi buck.
Hey. Trips on my nigga, codeine in my liver. I'm smoking that fruit in my pedal like Skittles. All of you niggas won't pick up my truck. Put down the bill like school dismissal. Just caught a bomb, no mills. Nigga try to do me, I'm here, look. You know I ain't lying, no symbol. Money with bitches that simple. Bowls in the kitchen, no dishes. All about bread like Jiffy. Cleanse with the weed, I'm tripping. Tryna got it for the low, let's get it.
Get in the guapa. Nigga, we passing like Rondo. OJ in that Bronco. We smoking gelato. We smoking that game. The bitch with the A. She round like this flame. We counting the game. I fuck them, you love them. My nigga, I'm a hustler. Get cake like a muffin. Hot in the oven. Ace money got bands. Nigga, we popping them tags. Nigga, pull up in that chain. She in love with the swag. Thank God for the blessing. Blue sheets, sell it dressing. Juggy finesse. Fuck her in second. Don't shit stop a nigga like me, nigga. Nah. You never be fly as me, nigga. Nah. I used to put down a P, nigga. Just to run up me some G, nigga. Listen to me when I speak, nigga. I say you hope I'm a priest, nigga. Yeah, I'm a priest to the streets, nigga. Listen to me, we gon' eat, nigga. Listen up, listen up, listen up. Pull up and hop out that Fendi truck. Flex on these bitches with no muscle. You know with blood on my Fendi buck. They get it, they get it, they get it. I look like I'm worth about $1 million. I'm loading my sweat through the ceiling. I got this shit off a drug dealer. Rest all on me like I came out the bank. When we turned up, he just broke out a bank. Told my engineer don't calm it down. Toss it to Blue, told him break it down. Back to back rolling up out of pound. Got some little gangs to come out the mouth. Shoot around me when I'm out of town. Soon as I hit them, it got around. Fuck all these niggas who doubted us. Bitch, I went 4 years without a fuck. I do not give a fuck, no nigga killing us. I know you broke, you ain't feeling us. My life expensive, I live it up. These niggas witching, I give it up. Still the same shit, I can't switch it up. These niggas bitches, they switching up. Gucci the lure, I switch it up. Rags, packs, switch it up. Run it up, run it up. Your life ain't worth shit but $100 bucks. Forward, don't pull up without it. No limit, we bout it. Strong, got it, clout it. Nigga, come through in the out it. Don't shit up a nigga like me, nigga. You never be fly as me, nigga. I used to put down a P, nigga. Just to run up me some G, nigga. Listen to me when I speak, nigga. I say you hope I'm a priest, nigga. Yeah, I'm a priest to the streets, nigga. Listen to me, we gon' eat, nigga. Listen up, listen up, listen up. Pull up and hop out that Fendi truck. Flex on these bitches with no muscle. You know it's blood on my Fendi buck. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. I look like I'm worth about $1 million. I'm loaded, my sweat through the ceiling. I got this shit off of drug dealing.
Like cocktail, you know what I'm talking about? Breeze work. Poppin' perk.
I'm whipping the work. Whipping the work. I'm popping the perk. Whipping the work. Sipping the perk. Whipping the work. I'm whipping the work. Popping the perk. Whipping it work. Whipping it work. Whipping it work. Whipping it work. Whipping it working, whipping it working. Whipping it work, popping the perk.
Change all I can, I behave. I whip the word like a slave. Bitch got my big man like a fade. Call up base money, get paid. We still want 200 for J's. All these ain't come out the store. And I just bought me a perk. I'm about to flex on the hoe. We put gelato on boats. We put gelato on planes. We put gelato in cars. We smoke this shit to the brain. I pop a perk, then I elevate. Get a new bitch on the elevate. We hit the road talking hella states. She drop it out, give me hella cake.
It's money to shit. Working that bitch. Oiling like Swedish. Diamonds white like a fish. Pull up with them sticks. Come fuck with the clique. We fucked on your bitch. She sucking the dick. I'm whipping the work. Whipping the work. I'm popping the perk. Whipping the work. Sipping the perk. Whipping the work. I'm whipping the work. Popping the perk. Whipping it work. Whipping it work. Whipping it work. Whipping it work. Whipping it working. Whipping it working. Whipping it work. Popping the perk. The money and power. I'm serving the powder. Smoking that sour. She sucked for an hour. My nigga got Zans. H Money got bands. She popping them Zans.
She fucking for cash.
Whipping it, whipping, whipping it up. I'm popping it purple. Nigga the purple. I'm fucking with bomb. Smoking gelato. Calling a Joe. Rats like the law. I'm whipping the work. Whipping the work. I'm popping the perk. Whipping the work. Sipping the perk. Whipping the work. I'm whipping the work. Popping the perk. Whipping it work. Whipping it work. Whipping it work. Whipping it work. Whipping it working. Whipping it working. Whipping it work. Popping the perk.
What it do? What it do? What it do on gang? We turned up on the gang, man. Hit that like button right now, man. He said it froze. He said, what he say? He said, yo, he said that John Fire. He said, where the link to your song? I'm gonna send it to you. 24 Geezy. You know, when you turn pro, I'm gonna walk you to the ring, man. You hear me? You know what I mean? For real though. I got you, bro. We turning all the way up, man. You know what I mean? Getting ready for this Josh Taylor fight right here, man. Let's see what's up with Josh Taylor as they started yet. Let's go check if they started yet, man. I wonder who they got on the card. They got Charlie Edwards on here. Charlie Edwards on the card as well. You know what I'm talking about? Oh yeah, so the fights just started early cards, man. In the UK with it, live in London. You know, appreciate that 25. I'm gonna walk you to the ring. What up, sports critic? The sports critic, what up? What up? 24 Geezy, I got you. I'm gonna walk you to the ring, bro. You know, man. You know what it is, dog. I told Mr. Bill Haney about you. I told Bill Haney about you, 24 Geezy. I got somebody out there in the East Coast, man. Robert Brewster, who works with Devin Haney Promotions. He out there in New York. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell him about you. Dog. And we're gonna get to the bottom of that. We're gonna get down to the bottom. And you know, H Money got you, man. You know, I appreciate the support all the time, bro. I appreciate the support. He said, Assalamu alaikum, my brother. Wa alaikum salam, Aki. You know, we out here getting it. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney, the sports critic, man, the new face of boxing. You should make a video about Devin Haney being the new face of boxing. No cap. All right. 24 Geezy said Devin Haney will knock out Josh Taylor like Floyd did Hatton. Facts. Devin Haney will destroy Josh Taylor, give him a boxing lesson, and stop him in the late rounds. Stop him. You hear me? For real. No cap. So yeah, we watching the undercard right here. I think we're gonna have Charlie Edwards coming up on the undercard as well. So look like we got two journeymen fighting right here. Two journeymen. Yeah, Devin Haney wants to be better than Floyd, man. Shout out to Floyd Mayweather, who's been a great mentor for the young Devin Haney, man. Been a hell of a mentor for him. Hell of a role model coming up in the game. For sure, I got you, 24 Geezy. You already know, man. I got you, bro. We gonna turn you up, man. We gonna turn you up. 24 Geezy, have you had any amateur fights yet? Yo, what up, Real Deal Boxing? Salute, homie.
What's up with it?
Man, chilling. How you feel about these fights tonight, man? We got Jermell Charlo, Jason Rosario, Jermall Charlo versus Sergey Derevyanchenko, Josh Taylor. He about to fight right now, man. And also, we even got the World Boxing Super Series returning today, where you got Breedis versus Doherty Coast, the knockout doctor. So give me your thoughts on this great day of boxing.
Well, I did on my page. I did hold on, my bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good.
So on my page, I did both the Charlos. But I think Rosario. I think he's a solid fighter. I think people are sleeping on him, but I gave that a 60. I think it was 60-40, I believe. Charlo should pull it out. I don't know. We just got to see. Because I really don't know about that fight. I'm thinking he's gonna let his hands go. Charlo like to throw them hands though. He likes to set his feet. So I really think whoever gets clipped first is going down. And Jermell, he's fighting. What's the guy's name? Derevyanchenko, right?
Yeah, Jermell fighting Jason Rosario, Jermall Charlo versus Sergey Derevyanchenko.
Yeah, Chenko. And the Chenko guy, he's solid. He comes forward. He starts out slow, but he has a high work rate. I think he's gonna come in and try to. I think he's gonna try to win the rounds. I don't see him knocking out Charlo at any time. But anything in boxing can happen. But I believe my prediction on that was Charlo should win. If he clips him, Charlo can finish him. And hold on real quick.
Okay.
My bad. I'm still at work. And I think he's just gonna have to win rounds. If he's gonna beat Charlo, he's gonna have to win rounds. But they said he has good angles, good feet work. So we'll see. I
You
think
talking
that's
about Sergey, right? Sergey Devianchenko, you talking about?
I think that's the only fight. That's the only fight that I really that I'm not too sure on. Like I'm rocking with the Charlos on it, on the Charlo on it, but that could be a tough fight. So
Yeah, it's going to be a tough fight because if you look at Jamal Charlo's his last opponents at middleweight, Jamal Charlo, he faced Dennis Hogan, who came up for 154. The fight before that was Brandon Adams off the Contender Series, who wasn't a good fighter. He fought against Korobov, who was older, who actually gave Jamal Charlo a lot of problems. And then before that, he fought against Castano or something like that. So he fought a lot of guys, man, that really wasn't that good in the middleweight division. Jamal Charlo, hasn't beat a top 10 middleweight yet. So this is a big step up. Even though Sergey Devianchenko only has 13 wins, 2 losses. You know, his record only 13 wins, 2 losses. He lost his biggest fights. I just think he's stepping it up in the level of competition right here. You know, it's going to be a big
fight. This is, to me, this is his as far as level of competition, this is the best. This is a step up for him.
Absolutely. This is toughest opponent at middleweight for sure. You know what I mean? At 154, Charlo he beat Julian Williams. Jamal Charlo beat Julian Williams. He also beat Austin Trout. But I think Devianchenko is probably his toughest opponent to this day. I just think the height advantage and the size advantage might be the difference for Charlo in this one. Because Sergey Devianchenko is 5'8.5". Charlo, a big middleweight, he about 6 foot, 6'1". I think Charlo, his size advantage is going to be the difference. I think it's going to be a close fight between Jamal Charlo and Jason Rosario. It's going to be, Jamal Charlo and Sergey Devianchenko is going to be a closer fight than Jamal Charlo and Rosario. You know what I mean? I think Jamal Charlo can possibly stop Jason Rosario. I've seen Jason Rosario in the past. He got stopped. He got stopped against Nathaniel Gallimore, who was he's a good fighter, but I think Gallimore, he's not on a level of a Charlo, and Gallimore stopped Rosario. Rosario is chinny. He has a suspect chin.
But look, though,
I think
But look though, do we call so if Rosario wins, and I keep asking people this, so are we do we call it a fluke? Do we call it if he wins? Was that supposed to happen? You get what I'm saying? Like
against Jamel?
Yeah, if he wins, because it's almost like he won the belts. Okay, now he's finna fight Jamil. But if he beats Jamil, it's almost like, did we expect that, or was it a fluke, or is he just on a two fight winning spree, or is he really that good?
Yeah, if he beats Jamel, I'm gonna say he really is that good. You know what I mean? Because when he beat Julian Williams, some people said it was a fluke because Julian Williams has a questionable chin. Some people look at Williams like he doesn't have a good chin, and Rosario was able to land a good shot and stop him. But if he comes back to back and beats 2 champions in a row, you have to say Rosario is the real deal at this point. If he could beat Jamil.
I think with that fight, and like I said, I'm rocking with Jamil, but I think whoever touches the first person to touch a person's chin solid, I think the fight gonna be over with.
For sure. It's gonna be some great nights of boxing. What you think about Josh Taylor as a champion? Josh Taylor, he's fighting right now. He's a unified champion at 140 pounds. He's making his return back to the ring. His last fight against Regis Prograis, where he unified the titles. What's your thoughts about Josh Taylor as a fighter?
Simple. Sign the contract. Throw Devin in there so we can take that belt. That's easy. That's easy. I ain't even go. I ain't never believed in Josh Taylor. So he's a good fighter. You know, he's solid. Okay, cool. But we can beat him. Devin to go in there and beat him right now. So, and don't worry, we're gonna get our time. So he can hold the belts for us. He can borrow the belts. You know.
Definitely. You know, Devin Haney said he gonna move up to 140 after his next 2 fights. So I hope Josh Taylor's still in the weight class. I hope he still got a strap because Haney.
He gonna run.
He might just run out the weight class.
They're
right?
not gonna look though. They're not gonna respect Devin like they did Terrence Crawford and let Devin move up and get a title shot right off the bat. Just watch what I tell you. He's gonna have to fight somebody else first, and then they're gonna try to give him a title shot. It's gonna be a lot of running. Everybody running from Devin right now because they know what it is. From 130, 135, and 140, he's a problem. Period.
Absolutely. Josh Taylor, what you thought about his performance against Regis Prograis?
I thought it was solid. I mean, I ain't gonna take nothing from him. I thought it was solid.
It was a tough fight. He won. I thought he won comfortably, but
yeah, I think he. My bad. Yeah, I think he did. Well, you know what? I say he did enough. He did enough. He did enough to win.
Yeah, he did enough, but he took some punishment in that fight, and we saw that. You know, after the fight was over, his face was swollen up. His eye was shut. It looked like he was in a war with Regis Prograis in there. You know, so he's at 29 right now. He'll be turning 30 very soon. Devin Haney coming up to 140. He wants all the champions and all the former champions. He wants Jose Ramirez. Devin Haney wants Josh Taylor. He wants Mikey Garcia. You know, so Haney's coming up. I just hope Josh Taylor is still around so we can see that fight between Devin Haney and Josh Taylor, bro. That's why I'm scouting him tonight. I'm scouting him.
Well, if he leaves, what do you think he's gonna go to 147?
Yeah, he. I heard Josh Taylor talking about moving up to 147 after
and beating who? Hell, nah, he ain't. Nah, he ain't. He might as well stay at 140. Don't run. He running. If he go to 147, he running.
But that's what I'm saying. But Josh Taylor, he is a good fighter. You know, he's solid. He got a lot of skills. You know, he kind of remind me of a Joe Kawasaki at 140 type of guy. You know what I mean? With his tempo, like you said, letting his hands go. He can box. He can bang on the inside like a Kawasaki. I just think Devin Haney, bro, is a special fighter, a special talent that will beat Josh Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Devin is just on a different level. His work ethic, in and out the ring. Devin wants to be the best. I'm gonna read this comment real quick. The sports critic said Devin Haney, Floyd Mayweather, and he said he got Devin Haney. Yeah, Devin Haney's on pace to break all of Floyd Mayweather's record. Floyd Mayweather's an all-time great, but Devin Haney wants to be better. He wants to be better than a Floyd Mayweather. But hell yeah, let's go, man. Let's keep turning up, bro. But yeah, man, it's a great night of boxing. It's a great night of boxing.
Let me say this real quick too. So with that Jermell, right? I think also too. It's gonna be a time in the fight to where he's gonna have to fight and let his hands go, and I think that's gonna be the difference because he's gonna be getting a lot of pressure from this guy, and he's gonna come with these angles. But I think after the fourth round, we're gonna see him. He's gonna start letting his hands go, and I think that's when we're gonna see Jamal's gonna have to fight. But like I said, I think Jamal will catch him. That's where the difference is gonna be. Like you said, he's a little bigger, a little longer, and I think he'll catch him, and he should win this fight. He should. But like I said, I won't be surprised if what's the guy's name again? I can't even pronounce it.
Sergey Derevyanchenko.
Derevyanchenko, yeah. I won't be surprised if he somehow wins a split decision or he catches Jamal, but I don't see that happen. I think both Charlos will win tonight. I think one fight is tougher than the other, clearly, but they're fighting solid opponents. So anything could happen in boxing, but we're gonna see. This is gonna tell it all tonight though, because these are good fights. But yeah. Rosario, he I keep hearing everybody saying, oh yeah, he won the belts. That was a fluke. He should have did this, did a rematch and this and that. Man, he went there and did what he was supposed to do. At the end of the day, Julian's a solid fighter because people weren't saying that when Julian had the belt and he went and won the belt on the road. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. When he beat Jarrett Hurd in Baltimore, beat him in his hometown.
Yeah, when he got the belt. So we can't, Rosario, we can't take nothing from him. He went and did what he had to do. So we're going to see tonight. But like I said, if Rosario wins, it wouldn't shock me. But I don't think, I got to see more of him. So that's why I said we're going to see tonight. We're going to see tonight what he got. I'll be shocked, though. If it goes 12, I'll be shocked. Because they both.
For sure. It's gonna be some good fights, man. Charlo versus Rosario. Charlo versus Derevyanchenko is a good fight, but I would rather see Charlo versus Jamal Charlo versus Demetrius Andrade. To be honest, man, I think That's the fight that everybody wants to see. Two undefeated champions, Demetrius Andrade, currently the WBO world champion, 29 wins, 17 knockouts. He has a lot of skills, one of the most skillful fighters in boxing. That's a unification bout that should happen. It should have happened already. Charlo versus Andrade is the fight to make.
You think we get it? I'm not sure if. I don't know. It almost just seems like negotiations will fall apart and it's just not going to work. I don't know, because they should have been fought. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, they should have been fought. I don't. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be any issues making this fight. We see that. You know what I'm saying? PBC and DAZN work with each other all the time. Even with this Gary Russell, Devin Haney situation, the fight was almost made before Gary backed out and ducked. But if two fighters want to fight, the fight can happen. You know, Gamboa's coming from PBC to fight against Devin Haney. You know what I mean? I want to see Andrade versus Charlo, man. I think that's one of the biggest fights in boxing, bro. It's been brewing up for years.
Right. And not only that, Devin, you know, Devin signed the contract, so it ain't no issues. You know what I'm saying? He gets it done. We'll fight whoever. So I think at the end of the day, with the Charlos, it's gonna be. Something's telling me though, it's gonna be about the money. Like they're gonna start negotiating, and then it's just gonna come about the money. Because like I said, it should have been happened, right?
Yeah, it should have been happening for sure. But you know, it feels like, you know, Andrade's been calling out Charlo. Demetrius Andrade wants that smoke with Charlo. I don't see Charlo calling him out. You know, at the end of the day, they need to fight each other. If Canelo is ducking Andrade, Canelo, he's avoiding Charlo. If Triple G is ducking Andrade and Triple G's avoiding Charlo, why not they fight each other? You know what I mean? Why not, you know, our black fighters start to fight each other? We need each other, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, because Canelo, I mean, it don't make no sense to me. Let's just X him out. He doing his own thing, jumping from weight class and doing this and doing that. Okay, we ain't got time. They need to make the fight. That's my thing. But it seemed like they're chasing Canelo, and Canelo's like, I see y'all there, but I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. I just want Charlo to keep that same energy he got for Canelo and Canelo and Triple G. He's always calling out Canelo and Triple G, but I never hear Charlo calling out Demetrius Andrade. I hear Andrade calling him out. I hear Andrade, you know, sending Charlo offers. But when it comes to Andrade, Charlo whole energy changed, man. You know what I'm saying? Charlo just cussed out a reporter yesterday for asking him about fighting Demetrius Andrade. The man cussed somebody out. As soon as they said Andrade's name, this nigga flipped out. It's like, I like Charlo a lot, but when it comes to Demetrius Andrade, it feels like he's really, you know what I'm saying, trying to avoid Andrade though, bro. It seemed like Charlo.
It's a tough fight. It's a tough fight for him. He knows it. It's a tough fight for both of them, but if he gets in the ring with him, it'll definitely be one of his toughest fights to date.
He don't keep that same energy when it comes to Andrade. The nigga, his whole energy changed. I'm like, man, he a champion too. He undefeated. Andrade, a 3-time world champion, 2 different weight classes. Charlo, a 2-time champion. Both of them great fighters. I just want to see it. But when it comes to Andrade, Charlo make excuses. Charlo fans make excuses. Let's make the fight happen already, man. Demetrius Andrade pulling up on Charlo at press conferences, calling him out. Andrade pulling up on him in hallways after fights, saying he want to fight him. And Charlo, man, don't keep that same energy, bro. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. Why he, you know, like you said, maybe it's because it's a tough fight. That's why he don't want that smoke with Andrade. But I know one thing, Andrade wants Charlo. He wants Charlo for damn sure.
Well, I know also too the boxing side of it. I mean, it could be a business move, I guess. Because think about it. If you fight Canelo, okay, everybody has belts. But if you fight Canelo, that could be a bigger payday. So why take a fight and possibly lose your belt and not have nothing when you could fight Canelo and get the big payday? But at the end of the day, it's all excuses. But I mean, I guess I can see it from both sides.
Yeah, it's for sure. They excuses for damn show, man. So they some excuses for show, bro. If you Canelo, you ain't fighting Canelo. You're not fighting Triple G. Who's the next best opponent? Who's the other champion? Demetrius Andrade, bro. You might as well fight him. You know what I'm saying? Don't make no excuses, Charlo. That's all it is. When it comes to Andrade, it's always an excuse. It's always an excuse, bro. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what
For
makes
Charlo, for
that's what makes
real.
Devin so. That's what makes Devin so great. Going back to him because Devin to fight anybody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure. And shouts out to Gamboa. Like I said, I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? You just send the contract and then it probably take 20, 15 minutes. Like I, I I appreciate fighters that don't get in here talking about the money and talking about this and that, and just if you want to fight, let's fight and make it happen. And like I said, with Devin, he'll fight anybody. You know what I'm saying? 130, 135, 140. So at the end of the day, that's what makes him great. And he's not a capper. You know what I mean? He makes it happen.
Yeah, for sure. Let me read some of these comments. Kana Loco Sports said, in fairness, he said even though I agree everyone is ducking Demetrius Andrade, you can ask Charlo about Andrade when he already has a fight tonight. Let him finish the fight, then ask him. He was just talking about Canelo. He just did an interview. They asked him about Canelo. He's talking about Canelo. You know what I mean? But when you ask him about Andrade, he gets upset and cuss out a boxing reporter.
And
You
that's a
can't.
part of,
Go ahead.
my bad. And that's a part of. I mean, I understand. I understand the comment, but that's a part of boxing media. You put yourself out there. You're a boxer, so you answer the questions. You can't get upset that the media wants to ask you questions. At the end of the day, it's a question about boxing stuff that's been going on. You know what I mean? So it's not like they're being disrespectful or this and that. We already know about him and Andrade. You know what I mean? And what they should have been fought. So it was just a question asked to him, and he chose, go crazy and wild out for no reason when all he had to really say was, "Hey, I don't want to answer that right now. We'll do that later." You know what I mean? It's a certain way, professionalism that you carry yourself and handle things. And he took that a little too far. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he's his own man, so he got upset about it. It is what it is. But I don't think there was nothing wrong with the reporter talking or asking or talking to him about that because that's a part of boxing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have questions. We're the media. We have questions. You know what I mean? There's many of times Floyd fought and they talked about other opponents and this and that. All boxers go through it, so that's an excuse. But I respect the comment though.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, you can't, call out Canelo, and then when they ask you about Andrade, you get mad. You know what I mean? Andrade is in your division. He's the champion. It's a fight that everybody wants to see. So when they ask you about Canelo, you happy to answer the question. When it comes to Andrade, you go on a rant. You get upset. You want to walk out the interview because Andrade's name is mentioned. Sound like he don't want no smoke, bro. I'm gonna be real with you, dog. Sound like he don't want no smoke. Let me read this comment. Adrian, the problem Broner, he says, why did Boo Boo duck out the Jamel Charlo fight back in the PBC days? The deal was right there. Sounds like what y'all laugh at Gary for. That's a complete lie. That's a complete lie. Demetrius Andrade at that time, he was promoted by Rock Nation. The contract wasn't right. The contract it wasn't right. He was getting underpaid for that fight against Jermell Charlo. He tried to restructure the contract. The fight fell apart. But you know what? That was back then in 2004, 2013. 2013, and that was Jermell Charlo. You know what I'm saying? The contract wasn't right. There's no difference than what Regis Prograis did against Josh Taylor. He backed out the fight, restructured the contract, and the fight happened. Same thing happened with Ryan Garcia versus Romero Duno. They offered Ryan Garcia the Duno fight. Ryan Garcia said, no, the money ain't right. Restructured the contract. Everybody was saying Ryan Garcia is ducking Romero Duno. Then they end up fighting. Ryan Garcia knocked out Romero Duno in the first round. So you can't use that as an excuse. Same thing happened with when Andy. Damn.
Looked like he went out for a minute, but shouts out to the
What I sound
chat.
like, bro? I'm
Oh,
good.
you back? Yeah, you back. Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think my connection was tripping, but when Andy Ruiz in that rematch against Anthony Joshua backed out the fight for a second, restructured the deal, they got the money right, and then they fought. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, ain't no excuse for Jamal Charlo. You trying to use Jermell Charlo as an excuse for Jamal Charlo? It ain't gonna work, man. Do your homework, buddy. Do your homework. But shout out to my boy Phil J in the chat. Shout out to Phil J. All right, Kind of Loco Sports comes back. He said all he had to do was say, "Ask me after the fight." He said, "I'm not making excuses for Charlo. The way he responded because he needs to learn how to handle the media. Trust me, I know how the game is played." Yeah, for sure. Kind of Locos works. He works the corners, man. Check out his channel. He knows what he's talking about. But I just want to tell you this, Kind of Loco. Like I said, Charlo can't go around calling out Canelo, and then when Demetrius Andrade name is mentioned, you get upset. You don't want to say nothing about Andrade. I know one thing. Demetrius Andrade, he's calling out Canelo, he's calling out Triple G, and he calls out Charlo. He calls everybody out. When boxing reporters they ask Demetrius Andrade about Jamal Charlo, he said he wants to smoke. He doesn't get mad and try to duck questions. He don't do that. That's what Charlo does, bro. Charlo just got to keep that same energy, bro. And Charlo fans keep that same energy with Demetrius Andrade. We always talk about black fighters fighting each other. Why not Charlo versus Andrade, bro? Two undefeated champions in the same weight classes. For real. Yeah, that's what I had to say about that.
Yeah, that's real though. They need to go ahead and we can put that together. That honestly though, Charlo and Andrade, that should be easy. Honestly, it should just be an easy fight to make, just for the love of, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's make it happen for the people. You know what I mean? End of the day. So I
They kind
I
of
don't know, man.
blackballing.
I don't want to. You know what? I don't want to choose a side on that. I mean, I'll make a prediction video, but as far as why the fight hasn't happened, I mean, I don't know. It's up in the air, man. Like I said, I don't know, but it need to happen though. But we gonna see. Like I said, Charlo get past this fight. We gonna see what happens. The truth gonna come out. We gonna see who want to fight and who don't want to smoke. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, for sure, for sure. The thing is, I think when you break down skill sets, who's the better fighter? I think Andrade got way better skills than Charlo, bro. You know, he's quick, he's slick, great footwork. You know, a hell of a defense. Andrade, I think, gives Charlo a boxing lesson, man, and it's a tough fight for Charlo. That's why Charlo is trying to avoid him. Charlo, you know what I mean, been trying to avoid Andrade for years, man. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like as fight fans, a new media, old media, we got to put pressure on Charlo to fight Andrade, man. This Derevyanchenko fight is okay, but Derevyanchenko is not even a champion. Derevyanchenko lost all of his big fights. Derevyanchenko, his record
but
is third. Go ahead.
no, I don't want to cut you off. I was just gonna say, well, we want that fight, but at the end of the day, he still got to win tonight. So
He gonna win.
nothing's for sure.
Yeah, nothing's for sure, but he gonna win. I believe he gonna win. Sergey
Yeah.
Derevyanchenko, 13 wins. He only got 13 wins, 2 losses. Those big fights he was in, he came up short. He lost to Daniel Jacobs. He lost to Triple G. Even though he fought good, he still lost. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Charlo beats him. What does that mean? You beat a guy with 2 losses that already lost his biggest fights. You know what I'm saying? Is Charlo beating Andrade is more impressive than beating Derevyanchenko, bro. The fight I feel like the fight we should be watching today, Jamal Charlo versus Demetrius Andrade on a pay-per-view. You know, even Eddie Hearn is on record. Eddie Hearn said Demetrius Andrade can come and fight on Showtime. He can fight on pay-per-view to fight Charlo as long as you pay the man the same money. So let's make it happen. No excuses. Eddie Hearn said the networks ain't the excuse. It comes down to the fighter. And matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn was on the phone with Charlo on FaceTime, and they were talking, they laughing just a couple of months ago. And Eddie Hearn was like, man, you know, Charlo was like, who you got for me? Because you know, Eddie Hearn got the middleweights. Eddie Hearn got Triple G. He got you know what I'm saying? He got Daniel Jacobs. Eddie Hearn got Demetrius Andrade. You know what I'm saying? So Eddie Hearn was like, I got Andrade for you. Charlo like, who you got for me? I got Andrade. Eddie Hearn like, I got Andrade. And once Eddie Hearn kept saying his name, the nigga Charlo didn't say nothing, bro. Charlo didn't. Well, he did. He said Southpaw. He did say something back. He said, "Well, Southpaw." Well, what you say?
I said, how would you? Let's say we don't get the Andrade fight. How would you feel if he stepped up and fought Jacobs?
That's good. That's good. But I mean, it ain't like Andrade. Jacobs at 168 too, so he have to step up and wait to fight a Jacobs. But I'd rather see Andrade, who's undefeated and is a champion. I want to see a unification bout between Andrade and Charlo, two undefeated fighters in their prime. Jacobs is not a champion right now, and he's at 168. Currently, Demetrius Andrade is the WBO champion, undefeated in the middleweight division. Jamal Charlo is the WBC world champion in the division. I want to see them fight each other. Two undefeated champions. It's no difference than Earl Spence versus Terrence Crawford. Two undefeated champions in the same weight class. That's the fight I want to see. Charlo Andrade. Seriously.
Well, so after this fight, he win tonight. We gotta, you know how the media do it, man. We apply pressure. So at the end of the day, everybody need to start making videos and apply that pressure.
I've been doing that. I've been doing that for years. And Charlo, the man still won't say Andrade's name, man. He ducking questions when it comes to Demetrius Andrade. He don't even want to answer questions, bro. And I like Charlo, but I don't like the way he handles the Demetrius Andrade situation. When it comes to like I said, when it comes to Demetrius Andrade, his energy changed, bro. And I don't like that. I don't like that, bro. You know what I mean? Let me keep reading these questions.
Hold on real quick. All
right.
Man, I gotta get back in this building.
All right, for sure. Bounce back when we come back. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say just shouts out to you in the chat. And you got something tonight? You gonna be on tonight?
Oh yeah, we doing Charlo. We just covering fights tonight. All fights tonight.
All right. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna lock in tonight.
All right, for sure. Appreciate it. Real Deal Boxing. Everybody go subscribe to his channel, man. Real Deal Boxing. For sure.
All right.
For sure. Yeah, man. Charlo be ducking Andrade, my nigga. And I'm gonna call it for what it is. He said he don't like doo-doo or like talking about doo-doo. He'll definitely fight him, but he don't want to talk about that dude. But he'll talk about Canelo. He'll talk about Canelo, but he won't talk about the black fighter. You won't even talk about your brother in a fight, but you'll talk about somebody else, man. I'm disappointed in Charlo when it comes to Andrade. You know what I'm saying? Andrade, who's a brother, who's a champion, he don't like talking about him. He don't like a boo-boo. It sound like excuses, bro. He's a champion. He's undefeated. You should want to fight him, bro. That'll be your biggest payday. That'll be the biggest name on your resume. That'll be a unification about something that you need. But you're going to talk about somebody outside your race. Man, I'm tired of those excuses coming from Charlo, bro. And Phil J, I got a lot of love for you. But it sounds like a whole lot of excuses. He don't like him. Bro, you should want to fight him if you don't like him, nigga. Talk about knocking him out at least. Don't try to run. Try to run. We be making excuses for fighters, man. We got to stop. Man, we got to stop doing that, bro. We got to be pressing for him to take that fight, dog. That's what it is. He got to take that Andrade fight, bro. For real, man. I'm not going to let Charlo off the hook for not fighting Andrade, bro. And he won't even talk about him. But you'll talk about the next man outside your race, bro. But you won't even talk about fighting the black fighter who's a champion. Yeah, that's weak. That's weak. Fred talk about it all the time, Phil J. What does Fred talk about in a barbershop? Black fighters fighting each other. We need each other. Fight each other. But when it comes to Andrade, he don't like him. But you go talk about somebody else. Go talk about Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Let's go. Danny DeGray says, not just Charlo. Canelo been ducking Andrade the longest. They all ducking him. Bro. You know what I'm saying? Danny the Great. He said Canelo versus Andrade. Charlo versus Andrade, bro. Canelo ducked. That's clear. Canelo don't want the smoke. So the two fighters that's getting ducked need to fight each other. Just like Devin Haney's getting ducked. They said Gary Russell was getting ducked. They should fight each other. Point blank, period, bro. People don't keep the same energy when it comes to Andrade. Oh, God. He said, I think Maul knocks this guy out tonight. We got to wait and see, man. I don't know about that one. Derevyanchenko been in there with Triple G, one of the biggest punchers in boxing, and he got back up. He got knocked down and got back up and kept fighting. I think that fight is going a distance for me. I know that's your opinion. For me, I think that fight goes 12 rounds, close fight. He said Andrade would destroy Canelo. What about Charlo? Even the fans don't even want to talk about it. Listen, even the fans don't even want to talk about Andrade versus Charlo. That shit is crazy. Y'all don't even want to talk about it. Y'all rather talk about something else. Why not? Why y'all don't want to see them fight each other, bro? Y'all know Andrade gonna whoop Charlo's ass. That's why, bro. Danny the Great said Andrade will whoop him better than Floyd did. What about Charlo, though? You still ain't saying nothing about Charlo and Andrade. Yeah, I said Andrade will whoop him better than Floyd. What about Andrade and Charlo, though? We're going to have to switch the topic because I see y'all don't even want to talk about that, bro. I see y'all don't even want to talk about that, dog. So we could just switch it up the topic, bro. Because I see y'all want to y'all ducking Andrade. Y'all ducking Andrade. You know what I'm saying? Even Charlo fans ducking Andrade, bro. Andrade a bigger version than Floyd. Andrade got skills, bro. He got real skills. You know what I'm saying? Andrade got reflexes, defense, ring IQ, movement, everything to whoop Canelo. What about Charlo, Danny the Great? You ain't saying shit about Andrade fighting Charlo. Everything is about Canelo. Canelo is not even at 160. He's fighting at 168. Y'all don't want to talk about Andrade at all. I see that, bro. And I see y'all don't want to say nothing about Andrade versus Charlo, bro. That's crazy. I just rolled up a fat backwood for this card. Let's go. Charlo. Shout outs to Charlo. I like Charlo. I want to see him fight Andrade, though. He already said he's going up to 168. Man, people say anything, bro. That's another excuse. Now he moving up to 168. Sounds like another excuse, bro. But come on, man. That shit is crazy, dog. I went to see Charlo versus Jacobs. Nobody want to see Charlo versus Andrade. That shit is crazy. Even though he's a champion. Unification about anyone got a link for the fight. The fight is about to start. I got you. Patrick White. He said, man, everybody knows Boo Boo pulled out a fight with Charlo. You talking about Jermell Charlo when Demetrius Andrade was signed to Rock Nation and they had him under a bad contract. He tried to renegotiate the fight and Charlo didn't want the smoke. So you're still talking about something from 2013, man. It's 2020. That was 7 years ago. And you're talking about Jermell Charlo. We're talking about Jamal Charlo, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with that. In the bad contract. Let's fight. Andy Ruiz fought against, Anthony Joshua's second fight, restructured the contract. The fight was good. Like I said, Ryan Garcia versus Romero Duno. They gave him that fight. Ryan Garcia said the money wasn't right. Renegotiate the contract. Came back on a later date. Ryan Garcia knocked out Romero Duno in the first round. You know what I'm saying? Josh Taylor versus Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis said the contract wasn't right. Backed out the fight. Renegotiated the contract. And they end up fighting. So stop with the excuses, bro. Y'all make any excuse in the game to protect Charlo from Andrade. Why you don't want to see these two brothers fight? Charlo fans, they ducking Andrade too. Man, this stuff is crazy, bro. This stuff is crazy, bro. We all pressing for Doodoo Charlo. Who? I can't tell when y'all saying you want Charlo to move up and wait, or Charlo don't like him, so he don't want to talk about it. Why he don't like him? You know what I'm saying? It's a fight. Why you're not supposed to like him, nigga? Just fight him. Talk about knocking him out at least. Don't run out of an interview because they asked you about him, bro. Who Charlo been fighting? Look at this. Look at this, bro. He said Andrade a goof fighting trash. Who was Charlo's last opponent? Dennis Hogan, who came up from 154? That was Charlo's last opponent. Or Brandon Adams before that. Charlo hasn't been fighting good competition either. Charlo hasn't even beat a top 10 middleweight. But you won't say nothing about Charlo's the fighters he been fighting at middleweight. Just because Charlo's fighting a Sergey Derevyanchenko who got only 13 wins and 2 losses, who lost all his big fights, and now you over here happy because he fighting Sergey Devryanchenko, who got 2 losses, and he only got 13 wins. You sound crazy. Fight the champion, dog. Unify the belts. He said Andrade needs to fight an American fighter to become relevant to American audience. He is relevant, bro. That's what I'm talking about him. He's a 3-time world champion in 2 different weight classes who's undefeated. And he's an Olympian. He said, Boo Boo and Charlo, a great fight, but where the F is Boo Boo? He said, where he at? What he doing? Who he fighting? Who Charlo fighting? Brandon Adams? Dennis Hogan? Come on, bro. Brandon Adams and Dennis Hogan? Korobov, who was 38 years old? That's who he's fighting? Charlo's not fighting. Listen, Charlo been fighting 154 pounders in his last 2 fights. Who has Charlo been fighting? Ask yourself that question, that same question. Ask me who Charlo been fighting, bro. And we going to pull up all the box rec. Phil J. Charlo need to fight Andrade at the end of the day. Man, we about to switch up the topic. Charlo versus Andrade is cold right now. Whole lot of excuses. 2 champions, unification bout, and it's cold. And Eddie Hearn talking about $7 million. Eddie Hearn revealed the offer he sent Charlo. $7 million offer to Charlo on camera. You feel me? That's why Charlo got mad, because Eddie Hearn exposed him, bro, for ducking. That's why he don't want to answer the questions, bro. But it's all good. We're going to get back to it. It's cool, bro. Charlo don't want that smoke with Andrade. We understand. He don't want that smoke, bro. But let's get back to this Josh Taylor stuff, bro. Just keeping it real. Y'all stop protecting fighters, man. Stop. How could y'all back up? You know what I'm saying? How could y'all back that up, bro? You know what I'm saying? How could y'all defend the ducking coming from Charlo when he's ducking Andrade, bro? How could y'all defend that ducking, man? Just keep it real with yourself, man. Keep it real with the people. He wants no smoke with Andrade. Listen, if you ask Charlo about Andrade, he'll flip out on you. You know what I mean? He'll try to fight you for asking him a question about Andrade, but he don't even try to fight Andrade. He'll try to fight the reporter, but he don't want to fight the guy that the reporter asking him about. Shit is crazy, man. This is ridiculous, bro. Just keep that same energy, Jamal Charlo. Keep that same energy for Demetrius Andrade, bro. You know what I'm saying? He don't. It's always an excuse, man. It's all good, man. We're getting used to fighters making excuses now, bro. You use Eddie Hearn as the excuse for the reason why Jamal Charlo don't want to fight Demetrius Andrade, but he's on the phone with Eddie Hearn. He's on the phone laughing and laughing and giggling, talking to Eddie Hearn about whatever, laughing. But y'all saying Eddie Hearn is the issue. Eddie Hearn is the reason why the fight is not happening. But Charlo's on the phone talking to Eddie Hearn. What sense does that make? Charlo on the phone laughing with Eddie Hearn talking, but y'all saying Eddie Hearn is the reason why Charlo and Andrade ain't happening. Charlo is the reason, bro, because he out here ducking. That's the reason. You know what I mean? He want no Andrade smoke. Exactly. Kept him active. Look at this silly question right here. Let me ether this guy. Let me ether you. And you can hit the link too. He says, what has the zone done for Andrade? Kept him active, made him a world champion, made him relevant. You know what I'm saying? Made him a millionaire. The zone made him a millionaire. Made him a champion. The zone kept him active. The zone making offers to Charlo, to Jamal Charlo to fight a Demetrius Andrade. But Charlo ducking him. That's what it is. The zone made Demetrius Andrade known as the boogeyman that all these fighters are ducking. That's what it is. The zone kept him active. Made him a 3-time world champion. You know what I'm saying? Made him a multi-millionaire. And Charlo ducking him. And the whole world know that Charlo is ducking him now because of Eddie Hearn in the zone, bro. You understand me? 24 Geezy said, yo, H, how you feel about the thought of Charlo brothers fighting each other? Nah, I don't like that. Nah. That's not cool. I'm not down for that. I don't want to see no brothers fight each other. That's silly. That's silly, man. If he can't find an opponent, bro, you got an opponent. You don't have to go fight your brother, nigga. Just go fight Demetrius Andrade, bro. You know what I mean? This man will go rather fight his own brother than go fight a Demetrius Andrade. This shit is silly. Nobody can pronounce Andrade's last 3 opponents' name. That's a lie. His last fight was against Luke Keeler. The fight before that was against Sulecki. So, hey, man, step your game up. Step your game up. Who did Charlo fight in his last fight? Dennis Hogan, who came up for 154. Dennis Hogan. Fight before that, Brandon Adams off the Contender Series. Brandon Adams, who came up from 154. But you bragging about Charlo and who he fought. You sound silly. Hit the like button. Get your knowledge up, bro. Or you can hit that link too, and I'll cook your ass to the public. Right now, I'll cook you to everybody. Salute. Charlo won't smoke. He said, exactly. You got close talking about that. Then I'm fighting Andrade. He said, exactly. You got close talking about that. Then I'm fighting Andrade. You know what I'm saying? He don't want that Andrade smoke. That's for real. The fight I wanted to see tonight was Charlo versus Andrade, bro. I'd rather see Charlo versus Demetrius Andrade than Charlo versus Sergey Devianchenko, bro. Let's get it going. My boy Sills. What up, Sills? Everybody hit that like button right now. Subscribe to the channel. Josh Taylor coming up. Future opponent for Devin the Dream Haney, bro. We got some big fights coming on, man. We about to turn all the way up. Oh, God. Shout out to my boy Allen. What up, Allen? What up? What up? Everybody hit that like button, bro. We turning up, man. You know, I'm just spitting facts. I'm spitting facts, bro. We want to see the best fight the best. We want to see the best fight the best. My boy Sills, he said expecting Josh to dominate tonight. Josh Taylor, bro. He's a hell of a fighter, unified champion. I want to see Josh Taylor versus Devin Haney. Devin Haney wants Josh Taylor. Devin Haney moving up to 140 pounds, and he wants Josh Taylor, bro. Haney versus Taylor. You know what I mean? Hopefully, Josh Taylor doesn't run out the division when Devin Haney moves up, bro. That's what I can say. I hope he doesn't move up. I hope he doesn't run out the division when Devin Haney comes around, bro. You hear me? Let's get it going, bro. Great night of fights, man. We about to turn all the way up, man. Ain't no turning down. You feel me? You know, I'm watching it on the big screen. You dig? Big fights all day, man. We got the World Boxing Super Series about to jump off. You feel me? About to jump off. You feel me? Hit that like button right now. My boy Max Dickerman, man. I'm answering all questions. Let's do a Q&A right here. Max Dickerman says Charlo gonna duck Andrade if he wins and just wait out for Canelo or someone who just gonna avoid you. Just fight the guy that's actually down to fight you. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. Fight the guy that's down to fight you. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Lawrence Williams in the building. What up, L-Dub? He said, Filip Hrgović just won by knockout. He said, second round, he fought it on November 7th. Where did he fight at? Y'all hit that like button. 32 people in here. Let's get them likes up, man. Sil said, yeah, Filip Hrgović is a hell of a fighter. He reminds me of a young Vladimir Klitschko. Filip Hrgović, an Olympian. He got a lot of skills. He sparred against Deontay Wilder. Filip Hrgović, I feel like, is one of the best heavyweights in the world. You guys got to watch out for Filip Hrgović. For real, dang, I didn't even know it. Hey, thanks for the gym. We getting ready for these the World Boxing Super Series. He said Maurice Briedis versus Dorticos. Briedis versus Dorticos. Devin Haney wants Josh Taylor. These are the headlines right now. Filip Hrgović wins by second round knockout. Shout out to Lawrence Williams giving us the gems, man. He's dropping gems on a regular, bro. Much respect to you. So tonight's card. So we got fights on, man. A lot of fights on tonight, bro. Devin Haney wants the winner, bro. He wants the winner for sure. D. Hodges, man, come on, join the panel. It's a fight party, yo. Hit the like button, man. We got the Charlos double header tonight. You know what I'm saying? Luis Neri, champion. Shout outs to Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time. Ali, my hero, Muhammad Ali, bro. Shout outs to all my favorite fighters of all time. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney, Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? Muhammad Ali, Bernard Hopkins. Evander Holyfield, Felix Trinidad, all my favorite fighters of all time, bro. We in here, man. Come on, man. Devin Haney is the new face of boxing. Devin Haney is getting ducked by Gary Russell Jr. Let's go. Devin Haney wants Josh Taylor. Hit the like button right now. Devin Haney, the next Floyd Mayweather. Let's get it. J8 said Taylor versus Ramirez. Hold on. Breaking it down. What I sound like now. I'm good now. I hope I'm good. D Hodges in the building. D Hodges said, what up, H Money in the chat. LDBC, salute, family. What about now? I'm still choppy. What about now? Am I better now? What about now, yo? It's good. I bet. I bet for sure. He said you paying for the pay-per-view. Hey, listen, J8. Hell no. Hell no. I'm not paying for the pay-per-view. You know, nah. I ain't paying no $74.99 for that, bro. I promise you that. You hear me? I'm gonna just keep it real with you. I'm not, but I'm watching it though. I can tell you I'm watching it though, but I ain't paying for it. $74.99 for one fight, my nigga. I just seen Triple G fight Derevyanchenko on my DAZN. Derevyanchenko fought against Triple G on DAZN, bro. And that was what, $10 a month? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? For one fight, I gotta pay. So for one fight, bro, I gotta pay nigga $100 for one fight. Come on, bro. Hell nah, bro. I just seen Triple G fight Derevyanchenko for $10. They charging $74.99 for Jamal Charlo versus Derevyanchenko. Come on, bro. That's crazy. I just seen Derevyanchenko fight Triple G and it was for $10. Why would I pay $74.99 to watch Derevyanchenko fight again? And I just paid $10 to watch him fight. Hell no, I ain't paying that. Hell nah, J8. I'm going to watch it, though. I promise. I'm a boxing fan. I'm going to watch it, but I ain't. Nah, they try to work me, bro. They try to twerk me during the. Hey, look, they trying to twerk me during the pandemic. Hell nah. Hell no. Y'all in up and done it. Hell no. Hell no. Look, y'all in up and done it. Nah, they ain't going to do me like that, J8 on God. They ain't going to do me like that. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Triple G, bro, is a bigger name than Charlo. He just fought Derevyanchenko for the $10 on DAZN. And then they turn around try to charge me $74.99. Man, they wilding out, bro. Where Nick Cannon at? They wilding out, bro. You know what I'm saying? D Hodges said, salute, family. What up, man? 24 Geezy, bro. Hell nah. That's why, nah, man, I ain't going to do that. They ain't going to work me like that. I promise you that. And they asking questions. Look, then they get to here come the questions. Let's start the debate up. You hear me? Mr. says, I got a question. Do you think Deontay Wilder was drugged against Tyson Fury? Oh man, I don't think he was drugged. Hell nah. He wasn't drugged, but I can tell you this, man. I don't know what it was, man. Something wasn't right. I'm not gonna say he, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say he was drugged, but something wasn't right. Man, hell no, I ain't going to pay for that, bruh. That nigga ain't going to overcharge me. You tripping, bruh. I just seen Derevyanchenko fight Triple G for the $10. You feel me? And Triple G is a bigger name than Charlo. You feel me? Come on, bruh. Come on, man. You ain't going to get over on me, my nigga. You ain't going to get over on me. Oh, God, that ain't going to happen. I'm going to watch it, though. You feel me? He said, sound like boxing fans are broke these days. You never hear MMA fans complain about their product. You sound like a clown, bro. I'm not going to pay $74.99 for no shit like that. You sound stupid, bro. The hell I'm going to pay $74.99, bro, for that fight? Hell nah, bro. You got me all the way messed up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just seen Derevyanchenko. Let's get it going. You got me all the way messed up. Hey, so turn your volume down, bro. I can hear you on the background. What up? What's up, bro? William H, what up? Take yourself off mute, bro. Just turn your TV down. Take yourself off mute. Yeah, I ain't gonna pay for that shit, bro. I just seen Derevyanchenko fight Triple G, and it was for $10. Triple G is a much bigger name than Charlo. You know what I'm saying? He a much bigger name than Charlo, and it was for $10. But now you want to get the same fighter who just fought Triple G and charge me $74.99, bro. You got me all the way effed up, bro. You sound crazy. You know what I mean? You sound crazy. You know what I mean? He said, I'm buying it. I support my own. That's good. You buy it. I ain't telling you not to buy it. That's you do what you want to do. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna get over on me. That's for damn sure. You know what I mean? He said, Triple G, all them boys duck Charlo. What about Andrade? Did Andrade duck Charlo? Hell no. Hell no. Did Charlo duck Andrade? Yes. Hell yes. He said, all them boys duck Charlo. I know Charlo don't want nothing to do with Andrade. That's for damn sure. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? What's up, bro? You ain't got nothing to say? You ain't got nothing to say. Don't duck me. Don't duck, bro. Like on some Gary Russell type of time. Stop ducking. Stop ducking. Charlo need to fight Andrade. Charlo need to fight Andrade at the end of the day. Point blank, period. Go back to MMA. Stop hating, you casual. Hit the like button. He said MMA fans don't pay $75 for a pay-per-view either. Overcharging like a mug, bro. Overcharging like a mug, bro. You know what I'm saying? For real. Let's get it going, dog. That's on God. And that's on God. Nigga said, I just want Charlo to fight Andrade. You know what I mean? I just want Charlo to fight Andrade. You feel me? Ain't nobody hating on Charlo. He need to fight Andrade. He need to stop ducking and fight. He need to take, that'll be the best fight for him. That'll be the best fight. If you say Canelo is ducking you, if you say Triple G is ducking you, fight Andrade, a champion. That'll be your best opponent. That'll be a unification bout. Undefeated fighter, the biggest name on your resume, your biggest payday. But he don't want no smoke with Andrade. Let's keep answering questions. My boy LeBron James. We got LeBron James in here. You know what I'm saying? He said Sean Porter said Devin Haney training to stay undefeated. He said Sean Porter said Devin Haney training to stay undefeated. Facts. Shout out to Sean Porter. Tough, rugged guy. Sean Porter will fight anybody. You know what I mean? Sean Porter's the type of guy that'll fight anybody. You know what I mean? Shout out to Sean Porter. I appreciate Sean Porter, homie. On God. He said, he's shy, H. Who shy? 24? Who shy, my boy? Hit the like button. He said, Charlo king at 160. How is the king at 160? Who did he beat at 160, nigga? Brandon Adams, who came up from 154? Brandon Adams was a junior welterweight, nigga. No, Brandon Adams was a junior middleweight. He came up from 154. Who you talking about? Dennis Hogan, who he beat in his last fight? Dennis Hogan, who came up from 154, and that make him the king at 154 because he beat Korobov, who was 38 years old, and Korobov wasn't even ranked in the top 10. Are you serious? The man beat Castano, a fighter you never heard before. He beat a whole, but Charlo hasn't even beat not one top 10 middleweight. But you saying he's the king at 160, and he ducking Demetrius Andrade. You sound like a damn fool, man. And hit the link if you want smoke, bro. And come out that chat and stop hiding in the chat. And hit this link. Talking about he the king at 160. That nigga ain't even beat not one top 10 middleweight, bro. You sound ridiculous. And he ducking Demetrius Andrade. Fight Andrade, nigga. Then you become the king. You ain't saying nothing about him fighting Andrade, bro. You sound crazy. And I like Charlo, but he ain't even beat nobody at 160 pounds, nigga. You fighting Derevyanchenko, who coming off a loss, who only got 13 wins. The nigga beat Derevyanchenko. You know, what does that mean? Daniel Jacobs beat Derevyanchenko. Triple G beat him. You know what I'm saying? But if you would have fought Andrade and beat him, you'll beat a guy that everybody's ducking A guy that never been beat before, but you don't want that smoke. I just want you to send me the link tonight. Once you have it, H Money, LOL. Man, we turning up tonight. Tonight is a fight party, man, and I'm answering all questions. Q&A with H Money to go. He said, I can't beat Andrade. I'm not a boxer. I'm a fighter. He said, hey, man, Charlo ain't saying nothing. You talking about you'll beat Andrade, but you ain't saying nothing about Charlo beating Andrade. Exactly. He want no smoke. Keeping it real. I'm not going to lie to you, dog. I ain't going to sit here and lie to you. He the WBC champ, so is his brother. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Charlo, look at his resume at 160 pounds, bro. Charlo need to fight Andrade at the end of the day, bro. He need to fight a champion. He needs to unify the division with Demetrius Andrade. Stop ducking Demetrius Andrade, bro. That's all I got to say. Y'all stuck on that. He said, nah, Sean Porter, fake. He talking about Haney don't got a chance to beat Loma, but Shakur and Tio is. But Devin is a better boxer than Teofimo and whooped him in sparring. Sean Porter need to stop the cap. Yeah, I agree with you. He need to stop the capping. He said Sean got dropped by Mosley in sparring. Yeah, he's a tough guy, though. Sean Porter's tough. I give him credit for fighting a lot of people, man. You know what I mean? For fighting everybody. I give Sean Porter credit for fighting everybody. Sean Porter stay hating on guys similar to Floyd because he jealous he ain't get the Floyd fight. If Floyd would have outboxed the hell out of Sean Porter, he would have boxed circles around him, dog. On God. He would have boxed circles around him, on God. He said if Charlo was fighting an opponent coming off a loss, then, you know what I'm saying? Devin Haney wanted to fight Gary Russell Jr. Devin Haney wanted to fight Lomachenko. Devin Haney wanted to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. Devin Haney getting ducked. Devin Haney is the hunter, and he's getting ducked. Devin Haney is the duck hunter. Wasn't Devin Haney supposed to fight Gary Russell, and Gary Russell ducked out the fight? One thing about it, Gamboa going to step up and take the fight. Charlo the one ducking Andrade, though. Charlo ducking Andrade. Charlo don't want smoke with Andrade. Devin Haney wanted smoke with everybody from every network. Everybody on PBC. Gervonta Tank Davis, Gary Russell Jr., everybody on Top Rank. Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko, he wanted all of them. And they ducked him. They ducking Devin Haney. Charlo the one ducking Andrade. So try again. Gamboa is the one willing to take the fight. Because everybody else is ducking, like Gervonta Tank Davis and Gary Russell Jr. That's who we wanted. Charlo won't even say Andrade's name. Charlo, he walks out of interviews. When Demetrius Andrade's name is mentioned, Charlo, he gets quiet. His energy changes. He walks out of interviews when you ask him about Demetrius Andrade. So try again, Vasquez. Try again, buddy. He said, what do you think about Crawford's resume? Crawford beat everybody they put in front of him. Crawford beat the first man to beat a Gamboa. Crawford, you know what I'm saying, undisputed champion at 140 pounds, beat every champion at 140. Terrence Crawford, 3-division world champion. Terrence Crawford about to fight Kell Brook. Kell Brook, who's been in the ring with Earl Spence Jr. Kell Brook, who beat Sean Porter. Kell Brook, who been in the ring with Triple G, a warrior. Terrence Crawford beat Amir Khan. Terrence Crawford, bro, he beat everybody they put in front of him. You know what I mean? Terrence Crawford is doing what he's supposed to do, bro. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. You know what I mean? Beating everybody they put in front of him. And Terrence Crawford wants to fight Earl Spence as well. You know, and him and Earl Spence, they got a mutual respect for one another, and they want to fight. They talk to each other on the phone, and they talk about fighting. They met up with each other at a fight before, and they talked about a possible fight, bro. Mr. Vegas said Canelo ain't fighting those guys either. Yeah, Charlo need to fight Demetrius Andrade, bro. He said middleweight used to be the glamour division, but fell off. Andrade versus Charlo would help. Exactly. Back in the day, those middleweights all fight each other. You know what I mean? Marvin Hagler versus Thomas Hearns. Marvin Hagler fought against Roberto Duran. You know what I mean? Marvin Hagler versus Sugar Ray Leonard. You know what I mean? All those middleweights used to fight each other. Nowadays, Charlo making excuses not to fight Demetrius Andrade, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button right now, man. You know I got to keep it trill with you. Got to keep it real with you, bro. He got to fight Andrade at the end of the day. Just asking. Shout out to my boy, Mr. Vegas. You heard me? Dang, he's doing it again. My connection might be bad, bro. Yeah, I think my connection is kind of bad, though. But it's cool. What about now, 24 Geezy? Is it better? Is it better? He said your audio is still behind the video again. What about now? How is it now? Just let me know every time it does that. Let me know. He said keep the pressure on them, Mr. DAZN. I'm gonna keep putting pressure on fighters like Gary Russell Jr. I'm gonna keep putting pressure on these guys, man. You know what I mean? Real talk. You the only one capping. You can hit the link, bruh. You can man up and hit the link and stop ducking. Stop ducking. Stop ducking smoke. You feel me? He said, Bud, who fought nobody at 147. Man, he fought. Didn't he fight against isn't he a champion? Isn't he fighting Kell Brook? How you gonna say Kell Brook is a nobody and Earl Spence fought Kell Brook? Kell Brook gave Earl Spence his first title shot, nigga. Kell Brook is one of the best fighters on Earl Spence's resume. Who Earl Spence beat at welterweight? He beat Kell Brook, his first big name. He beat Sean Porter, Mikey Garcia. So, listen, Kell Brook is Earl Spence's best opponent at welterweight. Kell Brook is the best opponent. Kell Brook is the best fighter Earl Spence beat at welterweight. He's the best name on his resume. Who is Earl Spence's best win? Kell Brook. Kell Brook beat Sean Porter. You can't say Sean Porter is Earl Spence's best win at welterweight when Kell Brook beat Sean Porter. Kell Brook beat Sean Porter. Are you serious? So y'all saying Kell Brook is not good enough for Terrence Crawford, but he was good enough for Earl Spence. And y'all saying Sean Porter is Earl Spence's best win and Kell Brook beat Sean Porter. Y'all niggas tripping. Y'all tripping, bro. Y'all got to step y'all game up, bro. Y'all got to step y'all boxing knowledge up, bro. I'm really schooling y'all today. I'll always school y'all, man. He said future fight at 140, Devin Haney. Richardson Hitchens is like Floyd Mayweather versus Ab Judah. Man, Richardson Hitchens can get it. Yeah, I mean, I like Richardson Hitchens. He's a former Olympian. He's a solid fighter. But Devin Haney wants champions. Devin Haney wants all the champions. Devin Haney wants Josh Taylor. He wants Jose Ramirez. He wants the champions and former champions. But Richardson Hitchens, he can get it too. He said all bums. Brook will be his hardest fight. Gamboa wasn't no bum. Gamboa, Olympic gold medalist. He was undefeated at the time. Are you serious? You must not watch boxing. Gamboa was ranked pound for pound at that time, bro. One of the best. Are you serious? Bo, who hasn't fought nobody since Gamboa in 2014. Come on, bro. Terrence Crawford was undisputed champion at 140. He fought all the champions. So you saying all the champions was nothing? You just seen Victor Postal outbox Jose Ramirez. Victor Postal just gave Jose Ramirez a boxing lesson. And Terrence Crawford beat an undefeated Victor Postal. Victor Postal, who just beat Lucas Matisse at the time. But y'all gave Lucas Matisse y'all gave Danny Garcia all the credit in the world for beating Lucas Matisse. But when Victor Postal beat Lucas Matisse, you forgot about that. And Terrence Crawford beat Victor Postal. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford beat Victor Postal after Victor Postal beat Lucas Matisse. Step your knowledge up, man. H Money, Mr. DAZN, he said, you my guy, but I'm not going to let you slide with that buzz stuff. Terrence Crawford, pound for pound, one of the best in the world, undisputed champion, 3-divisional world champion, undefeated, bro. You know what I'm saying? Recognized as one of the best fighters in the world. It's in the chat right here, bro. The link is in the chat, homie. There go the link. I always drop the link. Let me drop it again for you. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you seen it. Make sure you see the link. It's right here for the people. Link is in the chat. There go the link, my boy. There go the link. So yeah, let me get to all the comments. D-High just joined the panel, bro. They trying to discredit Bud Crawford, bro. Bud Crawford, a hell of a fighter, bro. Can't come on, man. Kell Brook was the best win. He's the best win on Earl Spence's resume. Y'all can't say Sean Porter was the best win for Earl Spence and Kell Brook beat Sean Porter. Come on, man. Y'all got to step y'all knowledge up, bro. Y'all got to step y'all knowledge up, man. What about now, 24 Geezy? All right, is it good 24? Anytime you start, it's something wrong with the connection, bro. But we gonna make sure we work it out, bro. We gonna make sure we work it out. Come on to the panel, Mr. Vegas, D Hodges. You know I gotta represent for Crawford, man. I represent for all the fighters, man, as long as they doing their job. And Terrence Crawford said he wants that Earl Spence fight. He said he want to fight Earl Spence, bro. He said, Bud, gotta fight somebody ASAP and never look back ever again. He about to fight Kell Brook, a former Earl Spence opponent. Kell Brook only lost to world champions, bro. Kell Brook only lost to world champions, Earl Spence and Triple G. You know what I mean? Let's be real. Hit the like button. H Money, Mr. The Zone. We out here. Yeah, hit the link. All you gotta do is enter broadcast. Hit that link and you press enter broadcast. All right, for sure. 24 Geezy, man. Yeah, man, we gotta give fighters credit, bro. You know what I mean? We gotta give fighters credit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Listen, Terrence Crawford, he did everything he was supposed to do. Hit the like button. Y'all keep making excuses, bro. Y'all keep making excuses. It's not letting me click the ish. Yeah, you gotta hit the blue link. Just hit the blue part. The blue part of the link. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's you. That's Mr. Vegas. That's you, Mr. Vegas.
No, that's Smiley.
You still Smiley. Smiley, what up? What up, homie?
What up? Now look, real talk. Now how you gonna say Crawford have somebody on his resume? Come on, now Crawford ain't fought nobody. Keep it real, man.
He did fight. He fighting Kell Brook. He beat Gamboa. He beat Victor Postal.
Gamboa was small, man. Victor
Gamboa. That's an excuse, bro.
Then he got hurt.
Undefeated champion. He was an undefeated champion, bro. Gamboa was a two-time champion.
You know how small that dude. That's like Rigondeaux fighting Lomachenko. Come on now.
That's not true, bro. You got to give the man credit, bro. He knocked out an undefeated Gamboa. Crawford beat everybody they put in front of him. A 3-division world champion, bro. Crawford is a hell of a fighter, bro. You got to give that man his credit, bro, for real.
I mean, but look, honestly, who he fought at 147? Keep it real. He got dropped by Green Machine.
He didn't get dropped. He didn't get dropped, bro.
Come on, you know that ball got dropped, man.
He knocked him out. He knocked out Green Machine. Man. Didn't he knock him out?
He did. He stopped him.
Yeah, come on.
He got dropped.
You know, Terrence Crawford knocked out every opponent at 147. Everybody he faced, he knocked him out. Everybody. And he started off at 135. Nigga, he moving up in weight. You know what I'm saying? Dropping people. He a good fighter, dog. He a hell of a fight. And now he fighting Kell Brook. Kell Brook was Earl Spence's best win.
Kell Brook gonna stop him.
You tripping.
Kell Brook wants. Hey, look, I'm gonna get back on because I got some barbecue on the pit. I'm gonna get back on with you.
You got to because
I will.
You gotta, Crawford, the truth, bro. I promise you that. He the truth. I'm not saying he the best. He's one of the best though. But come back, bro. You gotta put respect on his name, champion. You gotta put it. All right, bet. Much love. Much love, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right. Smiley out here. Smiley pulled up. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Shout outs to Smiley, bro. I thought it was Mr. Vegas. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Open smoke, bro. I'm looking for all debates tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm inviting all the smoke right here. You know what it is. It's Team Haney. Team Haney. We want all the smoke. You heard me? No cap. No cap, big bro. You know what I'm saying? We rocking out, man. We got great fights tonight, dog. On God. And that's on God. You know what I mean? Y'all got to start putting some respect on Crawford's name, bro. That's on God. You hear me? We out here, we working, bro. Believe that. No cap. It's the no cap zone. You feel me? We getting ready for Josh Taylor, bro. We getting ready for Josh Taylor, man. Charlo coming up, man, in a little bit. We got Charlo coming up in a little bit. You hear me? Let me see what y'all talking about, bro, because I'm inviting all smoke. I can't find a debate, bro. He said Crawford is a major threat in the division. Facts. He is. Even Earl Spence know that. Even Earl Spence know he a major threat, bro. Earl Spence give that man his credit. You know what I mean? That's why they talk on the phone. Earl Spence, he gives Crawford his respect, bro. We got to do the same thing. If Earl Spence is willing to get this man his credit, if Earl Spence is giving this man his respect, how are we going to downplay him? If y'all keep saying Crawford is fighting bums and Crawford is this and Crawford is that, if Earl Spence beat him, how you going to give Earl Spence credit? How you going to give Earl Spence the credit if y'all been tearing Crawford down for so long, bro? Yeah, I mean, hit the like button, subscribe right now. G-Mode Mega, he said, we like T. Crawford as a fighter, but we can't respect who he's been fighting at welterweight. He beat a champion. He beat a champion, Jeff Horn. You know what I'm saying? He beat Jeff Horn, who beat Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? Terrence Crawford, he beat Amir Khan. Amir Khan, who's been in the ring with some of the best. Amir Khan, who's been in there with Zab Judah. Amir Khan beat Zab Judah. Amir Khan beat Lamont Peterson. Amir Khan beat Devin Alexander. Amir Khan beat a lot of guys, bro. Amir Khan been in there with big names like Canelo. Stop hating on Crawford, bro. That's all I can say. Stop hating. It seems like it's just unnecessary hate for Terrence Crawford for no reason. Yo, D-High, just pull up real quick. I got to do something. D-High, just pull up so I can take a break real quick. G-Mode Mega. He said that's why we go so hard about who he's fighting, because we like him as a fighter. He's fighting Kell Brook. How could you be upset with Terrence Crawford fighting Kell Brook and Earl Spence fought Kell Brook? That's how Earl Spence became a champion. Y'all talking about Terrence Crawford ducking Sean Porter, nigga, and Kell Brook beat Sean Porter. Y'all sound crazy. Earl Spence's best win is Kell Brook, and Terrence Crawford is fighting Kell Brook. Y'all cannot say Earl Spence's best win was Sean Porter when Kell Brook beat Sean Porter. Y'all sound crazy, bro. That's why I'm here to school you. That's why I'm here to take you to school. Mr. Vegas said, I would never respect Crawford at 147 until he fights an A-level fighter. Brook hasn't fought at 147 since 3 years. 3 years ago, he will be weight drained and won't be able to see Bud, but not getting credit. Man, that sounds like excuses, Mr. Vegas. You know what I mean? Kell Brook, he accepted the fight. Kell Brook fought Earl Spence, didn't it? Kell Brook fought Triple G. Then he dropped down in weight and fought Earl Spence. So when Kell Brook moved down back in weight and fought Earl Spence, you didn't use that excuse. You didn't say that Kell Brook was drained because he came down from 160 to fight against Earl Spence. You didn't say that. You gave Earl Spence credit. So you got to do the same thing for Terrence Crawford when he beats Kell Brook, bro. Facts. D Hodges, you know we riding, bro. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I'm speaking facts right here, bro. I'm speaking facts. You already know, D Hodges, nothing but facts on my end. He said, spoiler. He said after Apinun, he said get past Taylor versus Ramirez. Crawford is next. Man, Crawford, bro, is a hell of a fighter, bro. I'm not saying he's the best. I'm not saying he's the best. I'm telling you, he's one of the best, man. And he earned his respect, bro. Y'all got to give that man his respect, homie. LeBron James, he said Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell. Ryan said next fight, winner of that. He said next fight, winner of Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz, not Haney. Yeah, everybody's ducking Haney. Haney's getting ducked. He's getting ducked at 135, bro. Gary Russell Jr. ducked him as well. He said Dirty Coast undercard started already. Yeah, I'm watching it. I'm watching both, man. I'm watching both, bro. He said Crawford going to knock out Brook. Gonna be a tough fight, man. Brook was a tough fight for Triple G. Kell Brook beat Sean Porter. Kell Brook, he was a tough fight for Earl Spence. Kell Brook, he won rounds. He won some rounds against Earl Spence, bro. Kell Brook had his moments in that fight against Earl Spence, bro. He was doing some good work before he got stopped. Before he got stopped, he won a lot of rounds against Earl Spence, bro. And I like Earl Spence. You just got to call it for what it is. Well, how's my audio, y'all? How's the audio? Is it good? Let me know how my audio is. He said they pick and chose, bro. They pick and choose, bro. He said, Mr. Vegas, let's see these fights coming up today. Man, I'm telling you, I'm going to break it down for you. Jermell Charlo going to knock out Jason Rosario. Jamal Charlo versus Sergey Derevyanchenko is going to be a closer fight, bro. That's going to be a closer fight. I'm breaking down everything for you, bro. Can't nobody do it like H. Moolah, bro. I'm going to keep it real, man. I'm going to keep it 100. You feel me? G-Mo Mega said Kell Brook, Triple G is different than Kell after Triple G. He said Kell Brook before Triple G is different than Kell after Triple G. Man, he won rounds against Earl Spence, bro. He won rounds. He gave us a blueprint on how to fight Earl Spence, bro. You know what I mean? Got to give Kell Brook credit. He's a warrior. Kell Brook will fight the best. He showed us throughout his career he'll fight the best. From Triple G, Earl Spence, and now Terrence Crawford. Kell Brook been fighting the best, bro. He's a warrior. Even Floyd Mayweather, when he seen Kell Brook, Floyd Mayweather greeted him. Shook his hand, and Floyd Mayweather said, "You are a warrior." You know what I mean? He is. He's the first man to give Earl Spence a title shot, the first man to fight Earl Spence, the first champion to fight Earl Spence, to give Earl Spence an opportunity. Kell Brook, same thing. Triple G was the boogeyman. Everybody was ducking Triple G at the time. Kell Brook moved up 2 weight classes to fight Triple G. He's a warrior, bro. Sean Porter is better today than he was then. Sean will beat Brook today in his condition. I doubt it. You know what I mean? Kell Brook beat Sean Porter in his prime. Kell Brook, he beat the undefeated Sean Porter. So we're not going to make excuses, more excuses. Hit the link. Feel free to hit the link. Feel free. Somebody join the panel. 24 Easy. Join the panel real quick. So I got to take a break. I want somebody to hit the panel. D Hodges. Yeah, come join the panel. I got to do something. I'm going to play with this music real quick, bro. I'll be back. I got to do something real quick. Yo. Yo. All right, it's good. We good? Somebody hit the link, bro. I got to do something. Let me drop this track. I'll be right back. Homie. Yo.
Listen to me when I speak, nigga. I say you hope I'm a priest, nigga. Yeah, I'm a priest to the streets, nigga. Listen to me, we gon' eat, nigga. Listen up. Pull up and hop out that Fendi truck. Place on these bitches with no muscle. You know it blood on my Fendi buckle.
Trips on my nigga, codeine in my liver. I'm smoking that fruit in my pedal like Skittles. All of you niggas won't pick up my truck. Go down the bail like school dismissal. Just caught a bomb, no meals. Niggas try to do me, I'm Hitler. You know I ain't lying, no symbol. Money ever bitches that simple. Bowls in the kitchen, no dishes. All about bread like Jiffy. Cleansing with the weed, I'm tripping. Tryna got it for the low, let's get it.
Get in the guapo. Nigga, we passing like Pondo. OJ in that Bronco. We smoking gelato. Smoking that gang. The bitch with the A. She round like this flame. We counting the game. Nigga, I fuck them, you love them. My nigga, I'm a hustler. Get cake like a muffin. Hot in the oven. Ace money got brains. Nigga, we popping them tails. Nigga, pull up in that chain. She in love with the swag. Thank God for the blessing. Blue sheets, sell it dressing. Jugging finessing. Fuck the second. Don't shit stop a nigga like me, nigga. Nah, you never be fly as me, nigga. Nah, I used to put down a P, nigga. Yeah, just to run up me some G, nigga. Listen to me when I speak, nigga. Hey. I say you hope I'm a priest, nigga. Yeah, I'm a priest to the streets, nigga. Listen to me, we gon' eat, nigga. Hey. Listen up, listen up, listen up. Pull up and hop out that Fendi truck. Flex on these bitches with no muscle. Hey. You know it's blood on my Fendi buckle. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Hey. I look like I'm worth about $1 million. I'm loaded, my sweat through the ceiling. I got this shit off of drug dealing. Rats all on me like I came out the bank. We turned up, he just broke out of paint. Told my engineer don't calm it down. Toss it to Pluto, don't break it down. Back to back rolling up out of pound. Got some little gangs to come out the mouth. Shoot around me when I'm out of town. Soon as I hit him, it got around. Fuck all these niggas who doubted us. Bitch, I went 4 years without a fuck. I do not give a fuck, no nigga killing us. I know you broke, you ain't feeling us. My life expensive, I live it up. These niggas wishing I give it up. Still the same shit, I can't switch it up. These niggas bitches, they switching up. Gucci the lure, I switch it up. Rags, packs, switch it up. Run it up, run it up. Your life ain't worth shit but $100. Fogo don't pull up without it. No limit, we bout it. Strong, got it, clouded. Nigga, come through in the outed. Don't shit up a nigga like me, nigga. You never be fly as me, nigga. I used to put down a P, nigga. Just to run up me some G, nigga. Listen to me when I speak, nigga. I say you hope I'm a priest, nigga. Yeah, I'm a priest to the streets, nigga. Listen to me, we gon' eat, nigga. Listen up, listen up, listen up. Pull up and hop out that Fendi truck. Flex on these bitches with no muscle. You know it's blood on my Fendi buckle. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. I look like I'm worth about $1 million. I'm loaded, my sweat through the ceiling. I got this shit off of drug dealing.
Like content, you know what I'm talking about? Breeze working. Bobby Burke.
I'm whipping the work. Whipping the work. I'm popping the perk. Whipping the work. Sipping the perk. Whipping the work. I'm whipping the work. Popping the perky. Whipping the work. Whipping the perky. Whipping it work. Whipping it work. Whipping it working, whipping it working. Whipping it work, popping the perk. Change all I cannot behave. I whip the work like a slave. Bitch got my back man like a fade. Call up base money get paid. We still want 200 for J's. All these ain't come out the store. And I just pop me a perk. I'm about to flex on the hoe. We put gelato on boats. We put gelato on planes. We put gelato in cars. We smoke this shit to the brain. I pop a perk and I elevate. Get a new bitch on the elevate. We hit the road dropping hella states. She drop it out, give me hella cake. Ace money the shit. Working that bitch. Ballin' like Swiss. Diamonds wet like a fish. Pull up with them sticks. Come fuck with the clique. We fucked on your bitch. She sucking the dick. I'm whipping the work. Whipping the work. I'm popping the perk. Whipping the work. Sipping the perk. Whipping the work. I'm whipping the work. Popping the perky. Whipping the work. Whipping the work. Don't shit stop a nigga like me, nigga. You never be fly as me, nigga. I used to put down a P, nigga. Just to run up me some G, nigga. Listen to me when I speak, nigga. I say you hope I'm a priest, nigga. Yeah, I'm a priest to the streets, nigga. Listen to me, we gon' eat, nigga. Listen up, listen up, listen up. Pull up and hop out that Fendi truck. Flex on these bitches with no muscle. You know it blood on my Fendi buckle.
Trick on my nigga, codeine in my liver. I'm smoking that fruit in my pellet like Skittles. All of you niggas won't pick up my truck. Go down the bill like school dismissal. Just caught a bomb, no meals. Niggas try to do me, I'm Hitler. You know I ain't lying, no symbol. Money ever bitches, they simple. Bowls in the kitchen, no dishes. All about bread like Jiffy. Cleanse with the weed, I'm tripping. Charlie got it for the low, let's get it.
Get in the guapo. Nigga, we pass it like Mondo. OJ in that Bronco. We smoking gelato. Smoking that game. The bitch with the A. She ride like this flame. We counting the game. I fuck them, you love them. My nigga, I'm a hustler. Get cake like a muffin. Hot in the oven. Ace money got brains. Nigga, we popping them tails. Nigga, pull up in that chain. She in love with the swag. God for the blessing. Blue sheets, tell it dressing. Juggy finessing. Fuck the second.
Don't shit stop a nigga like me, nigga. Nah, you never be fly as me, nigga. Nah, I used to put down a P, nigga. Yeah, just to run up me some G, nigga. Listen to me when I speak, nigga. Hey. I say you hope I'm a priest, nigga. Yeah, I'm a priest to the streets, nigga. Listen to me, we gon' eat, nigga. Hey. Listen up, listen up, listen up. Yeah. Pull up and hop out that Fendi truck. Yeah. Flex on these bitches with no muscle. Hey. You know it's blood on my Fendi buck. They get it, they get it, they get it. Hey. I look like I'm worth about $1 million. I'm loading my sweat through the ceiling. Yeah, I got this shit off a drug dealer. Yeah, rats all on me like I came out the bank. When we turned up, he just broke out a bank. Told my engineer don't turn it down. Toss it to Pluto to break it down. Back to back rolling up out of pound. Got some little gangs to come out the mouth. Shoot around me when I'm out of town. Soon as I hit him, it got around. Fuck all these niggas who doubted us. Bitch, I went 4 years without a fuck. I do not give a fuck, no nigga killing us. I know you broke, you ain't feeling us. My life expensive, I live it up. These niggas witching, I give it up. Still the same shit, I can't switch it up. These niggas bitching, they switching up. Gucci the lure, I switch it up. Rags, packs, switch it up. Run it up, run it up. Your life ain't worth shit but $100 bucks. Fogo don't pull up without it. No limit, we bout it. Strong, got it, clouded. Nigga, come through in the out it. Don't shit off a nigga like me, nigga. You never be fly as me, nigga. I used to put down a P, nigga. Just to run up me some G, nigga. Listen to me when I speak, nigga. I say you hope I'm a priest, nigga. Yeah, I'm a priest to the streets, nigga. Listen to me, we gon' eat, nigga. Listen up, listen up, listen up. Pull up and hop out that Fendi truck. Flex on these bitches with no muscle. You know it's blood on my Fendi buck. They get it, they get it, they get it. I look like I'm worth about $1 million. I'm loading my sweat through the ceiling. I got this shit off a drug dealer. No. Like cocktail, you know what I'm talking about? Breeze work. Bobby Park.
I'm whipping the work. Whipping the work. I'm popping the perk. Whipping the work. Sipping the perk. Whipping the work. I'm whipping the work. Popping the party. Whipping the work. Whipping the work. Whipping the work. Whipping the work. Whipping it, working, whipping it, working. Whipping it, work, popping the park. Change all I can, I behave. I whip the work like a slave. Bitch got my big man like a fade. Call up his money, get paid. You still want 200 for J's. All these ain't come out the store. And I just bought me a perk. I'm about to flex on the hoe. We put gelato on boats. We put gelato on planes. We put gelato in gauze. We smoke this shit to the brain. I pop a perk, then I elevate. Get a new bitch on the elevator. We hit the road dropping hella states. She drop it out, give me hella cake. Hey, money the shit. Working that week. Ballin' like Swiss. Diamonds wet like a fish. Pull up with them sticks. Come fuck with the clique. We fucked on your bitch. She sucking the dick. I'm whipping the work. Whipping the work. I'm popping the perk. Whipping the work. Sipping the perk. Whipping the work. I'm whipping the work. Popping the party. Whipping it work. Whipping it work. Whipping it work. Whipping it work. Whipping it working. Whipping it working. Whipping it work. Popping the perk. The money and power. I'm serving the power. Smoking that sour.
Smoking that sour.
She suck for an hour.
Eat it up, ho.
My nigga got
X Money got racks. Yeah. Whip. I'm popping a perk. Nigga the purple. Nigga get shot. I'm breaking it up.
I'm whipping the work. Whipping the work. I'm popping the perk. Whipping the work. Sipping the perk. Whipping the work. I'm whipping the
I mean, we back at it, bro. I'm back, man. I'm right back like I never left, homie. Yeah, man. I'm right back like I never left. You heard? Let's get it popping. H Money, dog. You know what it is. You know what I'm talking about? It's lit. It's super lit. You know what I'm saying? My boy Pro Under Pressure said H Money in the kitchen whipping it up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to whip some up in a little bit, bro. You know what I mean? It's fight night. It's fight night, man. We getting ready for this, man. What time Josh Taylor about to come on, man? Unified world champion in the in the super lightweight division at 140 pounds. I told y'all in the beginning of the stream, I'm taking notes. I got my scout. Listen, man, I got my scouting hat on right now. You know what I mean? Devin Haney wants Josh Taylor in the future, bro. So, man, make sure y'all smack that like button. I'm taking notes right here, man. I'm scouting Josh Taylor, bro. Haney wants Taylor. Haney wants Taylor. You know what I'm saying? That's the headlines for the day. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney wants Josh Taylor. You feel me? Appreciate y'all. My boy MMA Champ said, let's go. MMA Champ is turned up in the chat right now. He said, let's go. Let's go. You feel me? He said it's lit. It's lit, man. It stay lit, bro. It stay lit. You know what I mean? Appreciate everybody, man. You hear me? Appreciate everybody, man. We finna turn up like a mug. He said a lot of loud and a lot of hen. I'm going in and I'm going in. Hey, you feel me? Hey, man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. We finna turn up, man. No cap. Getting ready for these fights, man. Josh Taylor finna pop off. You know what I'm saying? We working, man. We grinding. Hey, man, consistency. Consistency. D Hodges in the building. What up, D Hodges?
How you doing, my famous man in the land? How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. My boy D Hodges in the building. Big time Terrence Crawford fan. Yo, D Hodges, man. I want to get your thoughts, you know what I mean, on Terrence Crawford. A lot of people was attacking him today. They talking about his resume. What do you have to say about it?
I don't know. Shit, it's good to me. I don't know. Shit, it don't matter who. It's about champions you beat. On other niggas' resumes, how many champions have they beat? That's what you got to count. He beat champions. He beat like 6, 7 champions to get to where he's at. So how is that not a resume? Obviously, they had to be good to become champion. Somebody had to beat somebody that was a champion to become a champion, and he beat 6 of them. He beat 1 at 130. He beat 4 at 135. He beat 1. He beat 4 of them at 140, and then he came up and won the 147 and beat a champ that beat Manny Pacquiao. They wasn't calling him a bum when he beat Manny Pacquiao. Now all of a sudden he's a bum now. You know what I mean? Because he's on Crawford's resume. They was bigging that man up when he beat Pacquiao, now all of a sudden he's a bum. But when he beat Pacquiao, y'all was on his nuts. Fans just ride who they want to ride. They just go with whoever. Most fans ain't true fans. They just go with the crowd.
Man, you know, Terrence Crawford has been receiving a lot of unnecessary hate, man, and it's not good, man. It's not good. One of our best fighters in the sport of boxing getting attacked on social media. You know what I mean? He's beat everybody they put in front of him. Like D Hodges just mentioned, undisputed champion, three weight classes, undefeated. He's
what can the dude? What do we got to do? Like, what the hell? And I don't care. Like I said, people, Khan wasn't that bad because people had Khan winning that fight when he was going to fight Crawford. Everybody thought Khan was going to beat Crawford, and Crawford made Khan quit. And then now should everybody want to change the narrative now? But going into the fight, Khan was supposed to whoop Crawford. But then niggas changed up once Crawford outboxed him and made him quit. And that's hard to do. People knocked Khan out, but when Khan got knocked out, he was winning the fight. This is a fight he completely got outboxed and quit. That's the worst than getting knocked out, quitting. And Bud made that dude quit. So y'all can keep on hanging on Bud, keep being Bud haters and Dick Ride Arrow.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
I'm sorry. It's my fault. D Ride Arrow and hate on Bud. And I don't know. People used to like Bud. That's what I'm saying.
The only reason they hating on him like this is because he's a threat. He's a threat. Man. He's a threat.
People love Bud. When he first went to 147, niggas was happy for Bud. Yeah, he's going up to 47. Yeah. Then he went up to 47 and still winning. People just want, he's one of them fighters people want him to lose. Like when you're so good and you just keep winning, like Wilder. Man, people was waiting for Wilder to lose. You know what I'm saying? They probably threw a Macy's Day Parade when Wilder lost. They probably threw a parade. You know what I'm saying? This Terrence Crawford is just one of them fighters that he's that good. People want him to lose. Like Floyd. You remember Floyd was like that too? He was just so good, people wanted him to lose. And I'm like, damn, you're supposed to be supporting your black fighter. These are the black people saying it about Bud too. I'm like, thought we supposed to support our black fighters, but I don't worry about them. I'm a
Are
Bud
you willing to
fan,
debate these guys on these topics? These guys that are saying that, would you debate them?
It's no point in debating because it's not if nobody's gonna win the debate. I got my opinion. Everybody got theirs. We ain't all gonna agree. We all, so hey,
facts, though. You got facts. You got the truth. And
I kill them. I kill people with the facts. You know that. I don't speak upon nothing. I don't speak upon nothing unless I got facts.
You should debate these guys. These guys that out here disrespecting Crawford, his resume. You should go debate them the same way you debated JFL that day. The same way you debated me on topics. You know what I mean? You should beam in on their shows and debate them. You don't mean.
I don't know. I don't like if they don't got StreamYard. I don't mess with you. I only do StreamYard. I don't got time to be calling. I don't like calling.
StreamYard debates, like
that's what I mean. I don't like calling people's like phone numbers.
It can get heated, though. It can get heated. Like I know Crawford is your guy. I know you chilling in chats on most shows. You would rather chill in a chat. You come on this platform because I embrace you and I treat you equal.
Sure do.
Yeah, but
you and Reggie Owens, you and Reggie Owens are the only two I actually go on. Everybody else, I just chill. But you and Reggie Owens, I love y'all show. So
yeah, Reggie Owens likes Crawford. He likes Crawford as well, though, man. Shout out to Reggie Owens, man. I appreciate you.
People
Reggie.
like Crawford. They're just hating on him. And plus, people just want to, just something to talk about. They know half of the people don't believe that they're self. You know that, H. Half the people don't believe that they're self. They're just going with the narrative, give them something to talk about. But they know they don't believe that.
Yeah, everybody hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and check this out. Mr. Vegas said you will have to go debate Fred and Blue Blood and Nestin. You know what I'm saying? He said you have to go debate all those guys and Fanon for if you a Terrence Crawford fan. I ride with Devin Haney. Devin Haney is my guy. So if Devin Haney's name is mentioned, I'll go debate anybody on Devin Haney's behalf. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to debate anybody when it comes to Devin Haney. Crawford, he isn't my favorite fighter. So, you know what I mean? That's not my battle. That's not my battle. That's when I'm here. Yo. Okay, yeah, but D Hodges can go debate Fanon. He can go debate Fred or Blue Bloods, you know what I mean, or Ness on those topics. You feel me? But shout out to my boy JC the Don in the chat. JC, I see you. Everybody hit the like button. Stevie Rice said, Mon Josh. He said, Mon Josh. What does that mean? Mon Josh. GGTTH.
What time did the fight start or whatever?
John Chandler about to fight next. Right here, we in the co-main event. Charlie Edwards, former world champion, 15 wins, only 1 loss, 6 knockouts. It's on ESPN Plus, this one. It's on ESPN Plus. And then you got fights on the Zone coming up. And then we got the Charlo card about to come up right after this one. So we got Josh Taylor fighting next on the main event. And then we're going straight to
anybody good? Is he fighting anybody good?
He's fighting an undefeated fighter from Thailand, a fighter we never heard before. So I never heard of this guy, D. Hodges. Ain't no telling, man. Look, Manny Pacquiao came on the scene like that, bro. Manny Pacquiao came on the scene like that. Nobody ever heard of him. Nobody ever heard of Pacquiao. He came on and he beat Marco Antonio Barrera, the baby-faced assassin. And you never know who these fighters can be, man. A new star can be born any day. So that's why we got to keep watching these fights.
Hey, all stars are born. You never know who could be what. Because a lot of people didn't know Jason Rosario till he knocked out J-Rock.
Exactly. There you go. D Hodges dropping the gem right there. D Hodges with the knowledge, man. You know what I mean?
There's a bunch of people you can name that we never heard of them, and then they won, and now they're a big name. So everybody starts out as a nobody. Even Terrence Crawford was a nobody at a point in time, but he won and won and won, and now he's a somebody. But when you first start boxing, everybody's a nobody until you win.
For sure. Mr. Vegas says they all think Bud needs to fight somebody. Y'all can call it hate. He said y'all can call it hate. I just want him to fight somebody worth watching. Come on, man. Mr. Vegas. Kell Brook is Earl Spence' best win. Kell Brook beat Sean Porter. Kell Brook is Earl Spence's best win. So it's okay for Kell Brook to beat. It's okay for Earl Spence to beat Kell Brook, and you give him full credit, and that's his best win. But when Terrence Crawford does the same thing, fight Kell Brook, it's a problem. Y'all can't do that, bro. You know what I mean? I know people like Earl Spence, and you know what I mean? I understand what it is. But, hey, you got some background, D. Hodges. I don't know what that is.
Oh, my fault.
What is it? What is that? You might have got me on speaker or something. I don't know. You good now? You good now, though. Not you on mute. You probably take yourself off mute. You ain't got to be on mute. I don't know what it was. Mr. Vegas said, mine. He said, mine either. So can we talk about who Josh Taylor fighting? Yeah, I'm about to pull up the box trick. I'm going to pull up the box trick right now. He said, anybody worthy of watching? He's undefeated. He's undefeated, like D. Hodges said, man. Manny Pacquiao came on the scene. Nobody knew who he was. And Manny Pacquiao knocked out Marco Antonio Barrera, one of the greatest fighters of all time. You know what I'm saying? And Manny Pacquiao became a legend out of nowhere. And nobody knew who he was, bro. You know what I mean? JC said that JFL D. Hodges debate was lit. Oh, yeah.
Nobody, think about it. Nobody knew who Inoue was. Look, he's a superstar now. Nobody knew who Tank Davis was. He's a superstar now. People knew who Shakur was because he was in the Olympics, but there's a lot of people that we didn't know, and now they're stars. Because I ain't know nothing about it. I never even heard of an Inoue until he got the belt.
Andy Ruiz, too, came out of nowhere, knocked out.
Came out of nowhere, right? Yeah, there's a bunch of people that came out of nowhere. So I don't underestimate nobody.
Buster Douglas came out of nowhere, knocked out of
nowhere. That was one of the worst ones, dog. A dude that installs carpets, carpet installer. We all swore Mike was gonna win that one. Then he stopped him. That was that was the bad part about it. He got stopped by him. So, and then he messed around and lost his next fight to Evander Holyfield. He didn't even get to enjoy his belt.
He got knocked out. Yeah, he got knocked out.
He had it to the next fight and then lost it.
The real deal, Holyfield, man. He was a warrior. Holyfield was a legend, hell of a fighter. What's your memories of Evander Holyfield?
I never really paid him no attention. I was more into Mike Tyson at the time, but he's good though. Came from cruiserweight to being heavyweight. I can't say nothing bad about him. He beat Mike Tyson. I think he beat Lennox Lewis. I think. No,
he didn't beat Lewis. He didn't beat Lennox Lewis. He beat Riddick Bowe. He beat Riddick Bowe, Mike Tyson, George Foreman. He beat George Foreman, Larry Holmes. He beat Michael Moore. Holyfield was a hell of a fighter, bro.
He was
a hell of a fighter. He beat Michael Dokes. He beat Michael Dokes as well. Holyfield beat them all, bro. You know, and he fought everybody. Evander Holyfield was the only heavyweight to fight Mike Tyson, Riddick Bowe, and Lennox Lewis. You know what I mean? Lennox Lewis never fought Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe never fought Lennox Lewis. Riddick Bowe never fought Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? Mike Tyson never fought Riddick Bowe. Holyfield was the only one that fought everybody. He was a warrior. He was a warrior, bro. And I respect Holyfield so much. He had a lot of heart. You know what I mean? He had a lot of heart. He said, Josh is the best boxer from Scotland since Ken Buchanan. Yeah, Josh Taylor can fight. He can fight. You know, Devin Haney. Devin Haney is going to move up to 140 pounds after his next two fights, and Devin Haney wants to fight Josh Taylor. So Josh Taylor, I hope he's still around. I hope he's still at 140 when Devin Haney moves up, because Haney Haney wants Taylor. He wants Taylor. Hit the like button right now, y'all. You know what I mean? Team Haney in the building. I'm scouting Josh Taylor, bro. You know what I mean? Josh Taylor, he reminds me of a Joe Kawasaki. What do you think about Josh Taylor, D. Hodges? I hear you always talk positive about him, and you told me he's one of your favorite fighters. Give me your thoughts about Josh Taylor real quick.
I never said he was my favorite fighter. He's okay, though.
You said he's one of your favorites, though. You said you like him, though.
Yeah, he's okay. He can take a punch very well. I just want to see. I don't know. I want him to fight that Ramirez guy because I really think I like that Ramirez a lot. Though, know what I'm saying? He's on the favorite list. I really don't. Not a fan of Josh Taylor. I love him, but I still give him his props. He's still a good boxer because that last fight he had, he showed his dog. He showed his grit with what Regis Prograis. He showed his dog in him, and Regis Prograis ain't no slouch. So I can't do nothing but respect Josh Taylor. But I really think, I think Ramirez is gonna smack him around though.
I thought you said Josh Taylor was one of your favorites before. I could have sworn
you said. I told you I really don't cheer for white fighters, so I know I
keep race out of it, sir. Keep race out of it, sir.
Not being racist, but
yeah, I'm just saying, just keep race out of it, bro.
I know I don't cheer, but how you trying to tell me? I never said Josh Taylor was my.
I'm just saying. I thought you said he was. I thought.
No, I never. I don't. Not that. Never mind. But no, he's not my favorite fighter. But I respect him, though. He is a good fighter, and I like him. But he's not my favorite. I told you I really don't deal with the others too well. But
it's all good. Thanks. I appreciate
it. But I think he's a very good fighter, though. I do. You can't. He hasn't lost, and he beat up good people. So I can't say nothing bad about him.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right here.
Half of me kind of think Progress won though, but it was a toss up. Anybody could have won. So, but in my opinion, I think Progress won a little bit more.
I'm looking at it right here, right now. Josh Taylor, his box rec right here. Josh Taylor, 16 wins, 12 knockouts. He's 29 years old. He's his height, he's 5'10", with a 69.5-inch reach. Josh Taylor, 29 years old, 16 wins. He got to stay more active, man. Only 16 fights, and he's 29 years old. But Devin Haney has 24 wins, and Devin Haney's only 21. You know what I mean? I'm looking at his opponent right here. Josh Taylor is a good fighter, though. He beat Ivan Baranchyk, who was undefeated at the time. Baranchyk was a very tough, rugged fighter. Then Josh Taylor beat Regis Prograis, who was undefeated coming off. He beat two undefeated fighters, and he beat Victor Postal. Josh Taylor beat Victor Postal. You know what I mean? Josh Taylor beat Ivan Baranchyk and Regis Prograis. So Josh Taylor's a tough fighter. So let me look at Josh Taylor, his opponent right here. So he's fighting against Apinun Khongsong. Apinun Khongsong, bro. You know what I mean? He's from Thailand. Undefeated fighter. 24 years old. Let's see his height. Let's go check him out real quick for the people. He's 5'10". 5'10". They don't have his reach on here. So he's the same height as Josh Taylor, the same height. All right, let's see who he's been fighting, his resume. So his last fight was against Josmar Keefe, who had 9 wins, 11 losses. The fight before that, he beat Akirihiro Kondo, who was 31-7. Dang. The fight before that, he beat Sani Kantango, who was 12-3. Before that, dang, these guys he's beating, they got bad records, bro. Before that, he beat Jason Ngara, who was 23 wins, 19 losses. Before that, he beat Rusman Kirara, 15 wins, 14 losses. Yeah, Josh Taylor should probably crush this guy, but you never know. He's undefeated, 16 wins, 13 knockouts. That's who Josh Taylor is fighting tonight. I
always ask everybody this question. When is it time for you to quit, dude? Like some people that got 14 losses, 15 losses, like I think I'll quit after like the 4th or the 5th one. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times would you have to lose before you just give it up?
Man, that's a good question. Hit the like button. 37 people in here. Subscribe to the channel. Man, I'm not sure, D Hodges. You know, these guys are fighters, man. These guys, they love to fight, D Hodges. At the end of the day, this is what they do.
Oh
And
yeah,
they
true
love
that.
it. They
But you
love to
should give
fight.
up after a while. If you're on like a 10-fight losing streak, you need to, because for you to get 14 losses, you got to be on a long losing streak to get 14 L's. So I just be wondering how people like, I guess some people might need the money. That's why. That's the only reason why I could truly think is people probably need the money. You know what I mean? But other than that, I think after my 5th loss, I'll quit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you know, these fighters love to fight. That's how they take care of their family. Some fighters, that's all they know how to
Oh yeah,
do.
that's all they know how to do. Oh, that's why I understand it. But me, after a while, if I'm not winning, what's the point?
I got you, but you see, Mike Tyson still trying to fight till this day. You got Roy Jones still fighting. You know what I mean? Julio
True, true.
Cesar. Let me say this: Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. He had an exhibition yesterday. He 58 years old. He's still fighting, bro.
Yeah, that was crazy. And when I heard that one, I said, Chavez Senior's fighting? What?
He had hands too. He still was looking good, bro. Man, they was throwing hands. They was fighting after the bell and everything, bro. The
Oh
corners had to
man.
jump in the ring and stop it. The referee couldn't even separate them. The corners had to jump in. Bro, it
So
was like
Chavez
really
still got that dog in him. Chavez
yeah.
still got the dog in him.
Oh man, he's still a dog. That's that Mexican blood, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just in his blood. You know, a lot of Mexican fighters, bro, they turn pro at 16. They turn pro at 16 and they start fighting Mexicans, bro. It's in their blood. For real.
It is. You ain't lying. You ain't lying on that one.
For sure, for sure. Shout out to D Hodges, the GOAT. We in here. Stevie Wright said Josh is the best boxer from Scotland. I think I read that. Mr. Vegas said Haney gonna put them paws and Josh Taylor. Haney. You're right, man. Shout out to Mr. Vegas. Haney time. Haney all day. You know that. He said I'm scouting Josh Taylor too. Yeah, everybody scouting Josh Taylor, man. We taking notes. A possible opponent for Devin the Dream. Haney wants Taylor. MMA champ, the GOAT said Taylor versus Ramirez is a mega fight. Yeah, undisputed matchup, man. You know what I mean? That'd be a good fight. I think Josh Taylor beats Jose Ramirez, though. But you never know. You never know. Who you like in that fight, D Hodges, Josh Taylor or Jose Ramirez? Who you think wins?
Ramirez. Josh Taylor get hit too much. If Progress hit harder, he would have did something to Taylor because he was hitting him with good shots and it didn't seem like he had enough to keep him off him. But I think Ramirez got that pop keep Josh Taylor honest. I got Ramirez.
For sure. MMA champ, the GOAT says Taylor versus Ramirez, Crawford versus Spence, AJ versus Fury, O'Bally versus Inoue is mega fights. What about, you know what I'm saying, Haney versus Gervonta Davis, Haney versus Tank. You know what I'm saying? What about Andrade versus Charlo? Those are fights that need to be on that list. Haney versus Tank, Andrade versus Charlo should be on your list. You feel me?
Yeah, I think that'll do a good pay-per-view. Tank versus Devin Haney. Ooh, I think that'll do numbers.
Yeah, big fight, big money fight. Mike Tyson was talking. He was talking to Tank about that yesterday. Mike Tyson and Tank.
Now that might be worth $75.
Huge fight. You know what I mean? Huge fight. Even if it's on the zone, it's a big money fight, no matter what it is.
On dogs it is. That's mad, Brett. Haney versus Tank. Oh, they're doing over 300,000 easy.
They're $1 million. I'm thinking they do $1 million at least, bro.
Yeah, I know they're gonna do a lot though, because they both got big fan bases and they both are young and that'll be an awesome fight. Leading up to that fight, that fight would be lit.
Okay, Mr. Vegas said Wilder versus AJ a better fight to me. Yeah, Wilder versus AJ. Wilder needs to beat Fury though. Wilder still needs to fight Fury and win that fight at the end of the day. Wilder,
that's what he got to worry about right now. For real,
we can't worry about Wilder versus AJ. Wilder he got to worry about Tyson Fury, bro. He got to get his revenge. He got to get back. You know what I'm saying? Fury. He got to get that Fury get back, bro. He needs revenge, bro. For real. Hit that like button right now. Subscribe to the channel. Cammy Wright said, "Come on, Josh. Josh Taylor got Josh Taylor fans in the building. Hit that like button. You know what I mean? Mr. Vegas said, "Oh ish." He said they both 16-0. Yup. Khongsong and Josh Taylor both 16-0. But Josh Taylor, remember, Josh Taylor beat Victor Postal. Victor Postal gave Jose Ramirez a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? Victor Postal almost beat Jose Ramirez a couple of weeks ago. I think Josh Taylor beats Jose Ramirez. That's just my opinion. I respect D. Hodges' opinion. He's right. Josh Taylor does get hit a lot. And what if, you know what I mean, Jose Ramirez hits him with them heavy hands? What can happen? You know what I mean? Nicola Shaw said, "How can I watch the fight on my Android?" You gotta find a link. I'll try to find you a link. Mr. Vegas said, "Yeah, this a tune up for Josh. Maybe I have to see the fight though. Yeah, we gotta watch it." Zeno says, if that's your main source of income, you finna keep fighting. Exactly. That's how they take care of their family. That's how they pay their bills from boxing. Cammy Wright said it's an exhibition and they're expecting people to pay 50 to watch. Oh, we talking about the Mike Tyson, Roy Jones. It's an event, bro. You know what I mean? Go ahead, D.
Oh, no, I ain't got nothing to say on that one because I don't know. It's stupid to me. They both need to sit there.
It's gonna be entertaining though. I ain't gonna lie. That's like it's entertainment. It's entertainment, bro. It's a big event. Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones. People want to see Mike Tyson after all these years in the ring, bro. And Mike Tyson, you know, he hit hella hard, bro. Man,
that's like 100 and something years. That's like 100 between the both of them. That's like 100 and something years worth of age.
Mike is a fight. That gonna be. I'm gonna watch it though. I will watch it for sure. No doubt, I'm gonna watch it for
free. I wouldn't pay for it, but I watch it for free.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's the same thing I'm gonna do. I'm not paying for it. That's for damn sure, D. Hodges.
Oh my goodness. But I just wait. But they said the China fights come on early. They come on at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it started. You got undercards too. Well, Jamal Charlo gonna be early. D. Hodges, you don't have a computer or another phone or something like that you can use to get on the internet?
Nah. I don't want. I want to see Neri though. I wonder how the Neri guys are gonna do. Everybody's talking
Neri's about nice.
Yeah, everybody. I never seen him fight before, but everybody's like, Neri's good.
He's good. He's real good. But his only problem is he misses weight a lot. He always misses weight. But besides that, man, dude is a power puncher in a smaller weight class. He be knocking people out, bro. For real, we
love those. We love knockout people. You know that.
Yeah, you gonna love him then, because he's a knockout artist and he's a small guy with a lot of power, bro. He's Mexican too. Like he got that Mexican style. You know what I mean? He's a hell of a fighter. Southpaw. I like Neri a lot. Zeno Gray says the only dude at 135 that could beat Devin is Tank, in my opinion. I think nobody beats Devin Haney at 135 or 140. I think Devin Haney is the best fighter in the world. I think Devin Haney gives Tank a boxing lesson. Devin Haney, he already, has history with Tank Davis. Devin Haney has made Gervonta Davis quit. He made him quit in front of Floyd Mayweather in the Mayweather gym. You know what I'm saying? And Tank Davis wants no smoke with Devin Haney. You know what I mean? He never talks about fighting Haney, who's a world champion. Tank Davis was ranked number 1 in the WBC to fight Devin Haney for the world title, and Tank Davis ducked that fight, and he chose to go another route. You know what I'm saying? So Tank doesn't even have confidence in himself fighting Devin, bro. You know what I mean? Let's keep going. Mr. Vegas says shit. He said, "Did you see Josh Taylor eye Hodges? He has something in those hands." What you think about that, Josh Taylor's eye after fighting Regis Prograis?
Well, of course, if you keep getting punched in the face, even if a person got no power, I keep punching you in the face. Of course, your eye is going to be swollen up. You don't gotta have power to swell up a person's eye. Just keep punching them in it. It's gonna swell up eventually.
For sure. I'm getting down to the bottom of the comments. All right, Cammy Wright said Taylor versus Ramirez. Good fight. Terrence Bailey Sr. in the building. TB, what up?
What's going on, man?
Man,
TB Pippin, what up, my OG? How you doing, bro?
Chilling, man, chilling.
TB, man, welcome to the platform. Big night of boxing. Jermell Charlo, headlining their first pay per view right now. We're watching Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor's about to fight next. Devin Haney, he wants Josh Taylor in the future when he moves up to 140. So we taking notes. You about to go to work or you just got off?
About to pick up the queen, take her home, and then head to work.
Okay. Dang. So you okay? I'll make sure I call the fights for you while you at work. So you know what? I'm gonna let you know what's going on, big bro. Give me your thoughts on this Saturday. A lot of big fights. Give me your thoughts going into these fights.
I'm looking forward to these two Charlo fights. But I'm gonna tell you what. Remember last time they fought on the same card?
Oh yeah, they had some problems. That's when
yes.
You're breaking up, TB. That's when Jermell Charlo lost to Tony Harrison, and Jamal Charlo got outboxed by Korobov that night. TB, you froze up. TB Senior froze up. Hopefully he can come back. Might be his connection. He's out there. Man, shout out to TB Senior, man. Terrence Bailey Senior. There you go. You back, Terrence. But yeah, to answer your question, the last time they fought on the same card, Jermell Charlo lost to Tony Harrison, and Jamal Charlo, he got outboxed by Korobov. You know what I mean? So it wasn't a good day. It wasn't a good day for the Charles. What's up?
That's my point. In the fight tonight, whichever brother fights first is going to affect the brother that fights last. You know what I'm saying? Good or bad. Okay, I said this is what I said. You see what happened the first time when one brother lost and the other brother had to go in and his mind was jacked up because his brother took an L. And then let's say tonight, the brother that fights first goes in there and completely dominates, has a spectacular performance, dominates his opponent, you know what I'm saying, gets a stoppage in spectacular fashion or whatever. That's going to make it harder for the opponent of the second Charlo fight. Because the next Charlo going to walk in there lit. He just seen his brother handle business because they emotionally connected. You know, they're very emotionally connected. You know, they twins. But the opponent of the Charlo in the main event is going to have to watch the opponent of the first Charlo and be like, "Come on, man, make it easy for me and make it hard for me." Because if the first opponent gets dog walk, it's going to be harder for the second opponent. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I totally agree with you, man, because they are, attached to each other. They are twins. So it's different, bro. Charlo versus Jamal Charlo versus Sergey Derevyanchenko is going to be first. So Jamal Charlo is going to fight first. And Jamel's fighting last tonight.
Derevyanchenko is a live dog. You can't automatically expect him to lose. He's playing some good performances. And what have you. So I mean, I think if Charlo is dominant over him, that just shows how good Charlo is. But Derevyanchenko, by no stretch of the imagination, is there just to be an opponent.
He's a good fighter. Yeah, he's a good fighter. He comes to win. I got Charlo winning that fight, though. I think it's going to be a close fight. I think Jamal Charlo will win by unanimous decision. I think it's going to be closer, though. It's going to be a close fight, but I think if it's close, they're going to give it to Charlo for sure. You know what I mean? Jamal, I think he's going to edge out a victory very close, but Charlo, his size advantage, he's at 6'1". He's 6'1". Derevyanchenko's 5'8.5". So Charlo is the bigger fighter. I think that's going to be the difference. But Derevyanchenko got a lot of skills. It's going to be a competitive fight, but Charlo going to win for me. I got Charlo. What about you?
I got Charlo. You know what I'm saying? I think Charlo is going to, it's going to make dude look, like a glorified journeyman. But But like I said, you can't take nothing away from Derevchenko because he is a live dog in there. And then the other brother would be fighting Rosario. Fucking cop. Fighting Rosario. That fight is going to be that. If they give and take, which I don't think is Charlo's style, I think Charlo going to box him and try to break him down to get him later. But Rosario's there to get hit, which is not against Charlo because that boy got that boy strong. That boy got hella pop. I just hope. I mean, if Rosario can't walk down Charlo, he can't win.
Oh, he gonna try to walk him down. Rosario got the one thing about Rosario, he's chinny. He's been knocked out before by a lesser opponent. I think Charlo stops him. I got Charlo stopping Rosario in this one. I got it as an eighth round knockout for Jermell Charlo. I think Charlo's gonna show out tonight.
Yeah. Well, this is the it's only been like this. Tonight's the first time that they fought on the same card since the one brother took the loss. Right? They headlined the card together.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time since the loss, right?
Yep, the first time since that. Yep, the loss.
Yeah, so what I'm saying that they're gonna have to pull this one out with 2 wins in spectacular fashion, or what I'm saying, if not by knockout, it's got to be one of those fights that when the bell ring for the 12th and final round, and they read the scorecards, and the fans can sit back in their chair and be like, you know what, that was a good damn fight.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good fight, man. I got the Charlos winning though. I got the Charlos winning, both of them.
I do too, because I don't believe Rosario can walk down his opponent, and if he can't walk you down, he can't beat you. That's probably from what I've seen. If he can't walk you down, he can't beat you, and he gets hit too much. And with a strong puncher like like his opponent tonight, no, I don't know of anybody in that weight class that they can be pounded on by either one of them Charlo boys for an entire fight, and not this fool riding a bicycle in the middle of the highway. What is you? Are you kidding me? This dude drunk as a skunk. Anyway, yeah, I don't see nobody being able to sit there and take flush, and take flush punches, and I don't care how good your chin is. You're not doing it with a Charlo.
Yeah, I think Charlo, it's a good fight for Jamal Charlo, Demetrius Andrade. I want to see Demetrius Andrade versus Charlo. I think Demetrius Andrade got the skills to beat a Charlo. I want to see Charlo versus Andrade next in a unification bout. 2 undefeated fighters will be the best fight in the middleweight division. Fred always talks about it, how our black fighters should fight each other. And Andrade, undefeated champion, Charlo, undefeated champion. That'll be a great fight, a unification bout, just like Earl Spence versus Terrence Crawford. It's a fight that must happen for the sport. It's a fight that we need.
That fight, and then Canelo in the mix. Charlo, Andrade, and Canelo. What I'm saying? There needs to be like a little semi-tournament going on there, man. Need to solidify who's the best in those. I wouldn't even throw Triple G. Triple G is on. What I'm saying? He's on his way out. What I'm saying? His two last biggest fights.
He just beat Derevchenko though. The guy.
A lot of people say that Derevchenko should have got that nod. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah, a lot of people felt like Charlo lost to Korobov as well, though. You know what I mean? That happens in the sport of boxing. A lot of close fights. It was a close fight. You know what I mean? Just like Charlo versus Korobov. But he Triple G got the win. So with that being said, I agree with you. They should be like a middleweight tournament. You know what I mean? Possibly Canelo versus Triple G. They do their trilogy. Then, you know what I mean? Charlo versus Andrade, and the winners fight each other. The winner of Andrade versus Charlo will fight the winner between Canelo and Triple G. I think that'll be nice, like a middleweight tournament like that.
Yeah, well, I guess to make it, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I guess you would have to throw Triple G in there instead of like throwing Charlo and Andrade in there together, and Canelo just sit back, you know what I'm saying, twiddling his thumbs. You can't. So it's like you can give Canelo any room to think, because if he start thinking, he start trying to back out of stuff. You know, so yeah, that should be contractual. They should, you know, say they should do a contract that had, you know, say, to do this little, you know, what I'm saying, this little thing or whatever, and get it on, you know, saying, put it on paper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, put it on paper, man. And Gary still ain't done that yet. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. I want to say this though, Terrence Crawford. I mean, my message said Terrence Crawford. I'm tripping. Terrence Bailey Sr. I'm sorry, sir. I apologize. You know what I mean? We were talking about Terrence Crawford earlier.
You just took about 100 pounds off of me.
No, I'm sorry.
Damn, 6 inches. What, they were about 5 inches and about 100 pounds.
My bad, Terrence. My bad. But Josh Taylor is about to fight right now. Give me your thoughts on Josh Taylor as a fighter. He's currently the unified champion at 140 pounds. What's your thoughts about Josh Taylor as a fighter? He's coming off a big win over Regis Prograis in a unification bout. He beat Regis, gave Regis his first loss. Before that, he beat undefeated Ivan Barichek, and he beat Victor Postal. He's currently his record, I believe, is 16 wins, 12 knockouts. He's a good fighter. What do you think about Josh Taylor, though?
He's a good fighter. I don't know if he's great, but he's good. And this fight that he's fighting tonight, this guy here, you know what I'm saying? The best guy on his record was what, 30-something-7. It was the best record of any one of his opponents. This should, you know what I'm saying, this should be it looks like it will be a wash on paper. But those where's this guy from? He was from the Philippines or something?
He's from Thailand. He's from Thailand.
Yeah, he's over there with somewhere. Them guys, man, you can't count them dudes out, man. Just, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, that region puts out some tough fighters, you know what I'm saying, you know, here and there. You know, they big on combat sports over there, you know what I'm saying? Thailand, you know, they got
Muay Thai.
Yeah, Muay Thai. You know, they big on the MMA stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They got some boxers that, you know what I'm saying, they come out there, but a lot of them don't get mainstream fights. But them guys are, you know what I'm saying, them guys from that area aren't no slouches. So, you know, I'm gonna try not to go on his record and just give the benefit of the doubt. But on paper, it looks like Josh Taylor should just, you know what I'm saying, blow this dude out of the water on paper. But sometimes the paper don't, you know what I'm saying, is that not even worth the ink that it's printed on, you know, it's printed with sometimes in these fights. So, you know.
Yeah, you never know. You never know, man. I seen yesterday Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. got beat by a fighter we never heard before, and he ended up quitting. He ended up quitting in that fight. You know what I'm saying? And that guy was undefeated. Like the guy that Josh Taylor's fighting is undefeated. Josh Taylor much better than Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Of course, Josh Taylor got way more heart. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. quit in that fight, and I don't see Josh Taylor quitting. But it's gonna be interesting to see how Josh Taylor returns to the ring. Josh Taylor had a couple of issues outside of boxing. He got in trouble for getting into an altercation at a nightclub with a bouncer. He made some racist comments towards I believe an Asian security guard. He was drunk and high. You know what I mean? So I think this will be his downfall. Yeah, he was drunk and high, Terrence Bailey Sr. at a nightclub. He started making racist comments towards a security guard, an Asian security guard at the nightclub, and I think he got arrested for that. You know what I'm saying? So Josh Taylor, man, he's a good fighter, but you got to be a champion in and out the ring. And those drug habits, drinking alcohol can destroy a fighter. You know what I mean? And eventually, I want to see Devin Haney move up to 140 pounds. And Devin Haney, he wants Josh Taylor. Haney wants Taylor, and that's what I'm doing tonight. I'm scouting Josh Taylor, and I'm taking notes. Team Haney
So,
wants.
so Josh Taylor is a good fighter, but he's an asshole.
Yes, yes, perfect.
That's what it boils down to.
Yes, and shout outs to Mr. Bill Haney if you're listening to the show. Mr. Bill Haney taught me. He taught me something, Terrence Bailey, because when fighters tend to have a lot of cuts on their eyes, that means they drink, man. And but Mr. Haney, he taught me that. Then when a fighter cuts a lot, they cut. That means they drink, bro. And Josh Taylor, you seen his eyes against Regis Prograis, how his eye was completely shut, all type of cuts all over his eyes, and then getting arrested for getting drunk at a nightclub. You know what I mean? You're getting drunk and high, and shows you, man, out the ring, Josh Taylor got his demons. We all got our demons. You know what I mean? Nobody's perfect. But when you got those type of demons haunting you and you're a boxer, we seen that happen plenty of times. We seen Mike Tyson out the ring. He was partying. He was getting faded. He was getting faded. He was getting wasted. He was getting high. And we seen Mike Tyson take a serious beat down from James Buster Douglas. Beat the hell out of Mike Tyson. We seen Zab Judah, who was a hell of a fighter, but he was partying, doing rap videos, partying all the time. And we seen Zab Judah get beat by Carlos Baldomir, and Zab Judah should have beat Baldomir that time. It was no reason Zab Judah lost that fight other than he wasn't in shape. We seen Adrian Broner do the same thing. Party, wanted to become a rapper, hanging out in clubs, getting drunk. Adrian Broner getting his ass whooped left and right. You know what I mean? So Josh Taylor, I think he's a good fighter. He got a lot of skills, but out the ring is his problem. The drinking, that's going to be his downfall, man. You know what I mean? When you got a fighter that's training every day, that's a hard worker, like Devin Haney, oh, man, Josh Taylor going to be in trouble, man. Devin Haney, go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you good. Go ahead.
Josh Taylor, okay, like some fighters, well, every fighter needs to know that when that when you get into the boxing game where your body gotta be fit at all times, you gotta constantly be ready. You gotta watch your weight. You gotta watch you gotta watch everything. You might have to get away from the environment that that you're accustomed to, that you're from. Josh Taylor is he's Scottish or something like that.
Yeah, he's from Scotland. Yep, he's from Scotland.
Them Scots, the Irish, all of them some drinking mugs. You know what I'm saying? There's a pub. Just like here, you got down there like a church on every corner. They got a pub on every corner. Bump, you know what I'm saying? And bump the liquor store. They want to go down and sit down and have a pint, mate. You know what I'm saying? That's how they you know what I mean? That's how they socialize or what have you. So, that's not an environment conducive to a fighter. I don't know if he still lives there or not, but if I was, if I would think that if you're trying to be a professional fighter and become one of the greats, you take care of your body. That's not an environment that you need to be in. So that the other fighter you brought up, Carlos Baldomir, I was thinking about him when you had said we was talking about all the losses on records or whatever, and the fight that he had with Zab Judah. You're right. There's no God-given reason why he should have won that fight, Baldomir, because Baldomir was ridiculously slow. He was very slow. Look at when Mayweather fought him, and Zab Judah is fast. But when I remember in that was it a post-fight interview or whatever, post-fight or pre-fight, Baldomir had said that he those losses that he had on his record, that he wasn't taking the fight game seriously, and then when he decided, okay, I'm going to get serious. I'm not losing no more. That's when he went on that long winning streak. It was he hadn't lost a fight in a long time, right up past Judah until Mayweather got hold of him. And then I think he lost some more after that, didn't he?
Oh yeah, yep. Zab, man, was a hell of a fighter, man. Zab, an Olympian. Zab has skills, bro. Just out
Undisputed.
the ring, man. Yeah, undisputed welterweight champion. The last undisputed welterweight champion. Yeah.
And the only man to actually legitimately knock down Mayweather.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Hey,
I don't think
if the
he did.
glove
I
hit the
don't think he
canvas,
did.
if the glove
I
hit the
can't lie.
canvas, if the glove hit the canvas, that's a knockdown.
Yeah,
The
I
glove
don't
hit the
think
canvas.
so though. I thought Floyd got knocked off balance. It wasn't like Floyd was hurt because Floyd, as soon as he hit him, Floyd kept coming forward. Like Floyd wasn't wobble. Floyd kept coming forward. He didn't hurt him at all.
Floyd's got a
Mosley
legendary
hurt him
chin.
harder than that. Mosley hit him way harder than that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm just saying. Floyd's got a Mayweather, got a legend. He's got a legendary chin, and after and you remember after Mosley hit him, them 2 times, what happened after that? He put on one of the most spectacular ass whoopings in the history of boxing. He did like Damon Wayans did in the Great White Hype. You trying to embarrass me on TV? Huh? Huh?
Oh yeah. And that movie was a good movie, man. That was one of the best boxing movies ever, right there.
Yeah, I like Samuel L. Jackson. That movie. That dude. That was a skinny Don King.
Yeah, man, that was a great movie right there, man. That was legendary right there, man. So everybody hit the like button, man. Charlie Edwards just won. Charlie Edwards just won, a former world champion. Charlie Edwards wins by unanimous decision, improves his record to 16 wins and only 1 loss. Charlie Edwards back on in the winning column. Then they said that fight about to start right now with the World Boxing Super Series on the zone. The knockout doctor Dorticos versus Breedis is about to start on the zone. Man, yeah, I would be watching that fight, but Josh Taylor is fighting at the same time, and Josh Taylor is a possible opponent for Devin and Dream Haney. So I gotta take notes, man.
Is he
Josh
on the
Taylor,
zone too?
huh?
Josh Taylor, is he on the zone?
No. Josh Taylor fights on Top Rank now. He fights with ESPN Top Rank. He signed with Top Rank now. Same promoter as Tyson Fury. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's one of Fury's boys, ain't
Not that I know. I think Billy Joe Saunders is Tyson Fury's best friend. Billy Joe and Tyson Fury best friends. They, as they say in the UK, that's his best mate. That's his best mate.
he? Well, yeah, that says a lot.
Yeah, because they both cheaters, right?
Yeah, they're both cheaters and they're both jackasses.
Oh yeah, they are. I remember Deontay Wilder was in the UK and him and I guess Billy Joe Saunders, they got into like a scuffle. Like it was crazy. It was like Deontay Wilder and his team and Billy Joe Saunders and his team got into like a crazy ass, bro. Did you see that? That shit was crazy. Like,
I heard about it. I heard something about somebody throwing a piece of chicken at D. That's racist.
oh yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
You know what I'm saying? They did. You know what I'm saying? That's racist. That's racist as fuck. And then um was Fury talk about his family get discriminated, travelers or whatever. You go back and look at the stats on that stuff, man. Every time the gypsy community would come rolling through a town, the crime rate would go up until they left. You know what I'm saying? So you know what? I wouldn't care I don't care who you are. If stuff comes up missing in my neighborhood and stuff gets damaged, things come up missing, street fights go up and this, then the other, and it didn't happen until you got there. And then when you leave, it stops. Yeah, people are going to have some type of prejudice against you. You know what I'm saying? They don't, and at that point, it ain't got nothing to do with your ethnicity, skin color, any of that stuff. It's got to do. It's strictly your behavior. You know what I'm saying? What do you think the term? You know what I'm saying? When somebody get over on you, they say you got gypped. Where do you think that come from? That saying is hundreds of years old. You got gypped. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with ethnicity and all that stuff. It's got to do with, and I don't even know if that's I don't even know if that's an ethnicity, but it's got to do with behavior. You know what I'm saying? Okay, put it like this: it could be a family, just one family, and every time it's a group of brothers. They're all brothers, and every time they come into the bar, you know what I'm saying? There's a fight. Like you see trouble as soon as you see them coming. You know, so they're synonymous with trouble. That's not prejudice. That's That's fact. That's fact based on behavior. So, you know, I'm saying, him pulling that stuff, you know what I'm saying, when about the Black Lives Matter movement, you know, saying that, you know, about, you know, bring up gypsies, this and the other. I don't want to hear that mess, man. And people don't have an issue with, you know, saying, with their community who or what they are. It's because of what they do.
Yo, we got a question for you, or a comment for you. I want you to answer this, and I gotta do something, and you can just cook on this topic right here. Luna Star says, TB Hayden, tell Wilder learn how to box and go cop his belt back. Here we go. Now I want you to click on that. I'm about to step away and just let you just school Luna Star, because he said tell Wilder how to box and go get his belt back. So I'm gonna let Terrence Bailey school you on this, Luna Star. Yeah, I mean, I'll be right back, Terrence. Take it away. I ain't going nowhere. I'm listening.
First of all, I'm so sick of hearing that mess about Wilder not being able to box. Wilder can't box on the back foot. Wilder can't do this. Wilder can't do that. If I'm not mistaken, Wilder boxed on the back foot against Spilker. He boxed on the back foot against Ortiz. Yeah, you might come back with the argument, well, yeah, he was losing those fights on the cards, this and the other. Well, that's not Wilder's game. That is not Wilder's game, that, you know what I'm saying, to come in and outpoint people and this, that, and the other. Wilder reserves his strength throughout the fight. I mean, this dude, okay, everybody said, well, he don't run. He don't, you know what I'm saying, he don't do no road work, this and the other. Well, awful funny, you don't see him gassed in a fight. He carries his power to the last round. You know what I'm saying? How many fighters, you know, there's not very many fighters in the sport, period. I don't care what weight class you're in, that does that. And then talk about telling him to learn how to box before so he can get his belt back and this, that, and the other. Man, look, let me tell you something. In a straight up real fight, real boxing match, where there is no cheating, Fury cannot beat Wilder. And I put it to you like this: Jack Reese said in the first fight that third man in the ring, which years ago, before there was judges at ringside, it was the referee who scored the fight. And Jack Reese was the one. Jack Reese said out of his own mouth, Wilder won that fight. It was not a draw. I challenge anybody to go back and look at that first fight and tell me, was Fury really landing? And was he landing the more crisp shots? No, he was not. He was doing a lot of feinting, a lot of hucking and bucking and jerking and playing to the crowd. He did the same thing that Leonard did against Hagler. You know, he told his corner, tell me when the last 20 seconds or something like that, you know, in the fight. And after that, in the round, then he would flirt, you know what I'm saying, and try to, because the referee, I mean, the judges most time remember only the last part of the round. You know what I'm saying? If you do something in the last part of the round to catch their eye, you know what I'm saying, even if it's some bullshit, which majority of what Fury did in that fight was bullshit, that is what they're going to remember. And then they're going to look at how you walk back to your corner. In that case, Fury walked back to the corner with his hands in the air. Mikey Garcia tried that same bullshit against Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the round, tried to do all this and whatever, going back to the ring. But going back to the corner, but it was obvious he was getting his ass dragged. Now with Tyson Fury did a whole bunch of, you know, all that stuff and all this stuff, put his hands behind his back and doing all that hucking and bucking, shucking and jiving. And that's what they saw, you know, at ringside. But Jack Reese sat right there and said he wasn't landing those punches. And he got knocked down twice. And truthfully, had there been a totally impartial referee, that last knockout would have been a KO. But he did not have a totally impartial referee. What he say? I gave him the benefit of the doubt because it's Tyson Fury, because he was a champion. No, you don't. He was not the champion that night. You got to take the champion's belt. He did not do that. He got put on his ass twice. He did not land, you know what I'm saying, the crisper shots. And then, okay, you can't really go by Conky Box. Conky Box is not gospel, but if you want to bring up Conky Box, then if you look at the Conky Box numbers, there was less than 20 punches difference between the two fighters. But difference is one of the fighters had 2 knockdowns. I don't consider that. I don't see how in any stretch of imagination that fight is a draw. Now, when we talk about Dante's boxing skills, okay, well, I guess you say Mark Breland can't box because if you look at Deontay Wilder, his whole style is tailored around Mark Breland, the 1-2. You know what I'm saying? The strong right hand or whatever. Except Deontay is a heavyweight with historic power, and he's 6'7". But his style is tailored around Mark Breland's style. So, in my opinion, if you say Deontay Wilder can't box, then Mark Breland, a Hall of Famer, couldn't box. Go look at Mark Breland's fights, and then go back and look at Deontay Wilder's fights, and look at the strategy employed and the mechanics of Wilder, and then compare that to Mark Breland. It's the same thing. So when people say that, man, you know what? I think it's pure hate. You know what I mean? Didn't nobody have nothing against Wilder until he opened his mouth and started talking about, you know what I'm saying, social issues. You know what I'm saying? I've heard people say I liked him until he started talking. So I think a lot of the stuff that's put at Wilder ain't got nothing to do with boxing. All right, you have a fight and the guy don't get no knockouts, and he, you know what I'm saying, he boxes and he pity pat the whole fight, he's born. You get a fighter in there that knocks everybody out, then he can't box. You can't have it both ways. And he showed that he could box. How the hell you think he got the belt from the Haitian dude? The first fight they had, it went the distance. Wilder outpointed him on volume and effective punching. How many fighters you know that can throw a straight right hand, go through your guard, and still knock you out in the middle of the ring, not even being on the ropes? Go through your high guard, right down the middle, through your high guard, punch you square in your mouth, and put you out. That's historic power. And be truthful, when you got that kind of power, you don't have to be a Sugar Ray or Floyd or a Sweet Pea. You don't even have to be an Ali when you got that kind of power. All you got to do is get in there with it. All you need is a defense, a chin, and a willingness to get in there and get it done. And you will be a contender, if not champ, depending on the strength of the division. Now you talk about Fury. Fury is nowhere near as good as people claim him to be. That was a race fight. That fight went from everybody wanting to see, you say, the best fight and the best, to it becoming a race fight. You know what I'm saying? Wilder was getting spit on coming down on his ring walk. People was throwing stuff at him on his ring walk. How all these foreigners get aisle seats, get them aisle seats? That's what I like to know. When by the time Wilder was in an environment where he was like, what the hell is going on here? In his own country. By people who was there with passports. Don't live here. Never did. When the fight was over, where they go? Back across the water. And that whole scenario is what people still talking about right now, but you don't know you talking about it. You think you talking about boxing. No, you talking about bias, race, bias, and all that stuff. Because if you say Wilder can't box, then you saying Mark Breland can't box, because Mark Breland tailored his style around his. Go back and look at Mark Breland fights. I get so sick of hearing people talk about that mess because they obviously don't know boxing. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. They following a narrative. That's all I got on that. That mess pisses me off, man.
Yeah, you was cooking. I had to, you know what I'm saying, just listen. I had to listen to you right there, man. I appreciate you answering the questions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's all good.
But hey, tell me where I'm wrong. At what part did I say wasn't right?
You know, to be honest, man, you know, I'm just ready for the third fight, Terrence. You know, I'm not gonna say you wrong. I'm not saying you wrong or anything.
How about the style, though? How about the style? You know, Breland and Fury.
Mark Breland, Tyson Fury.
No. Breland and Wilder. I'm sorry. That Breland tailored Fierce. I mean, Wilder style. To, you know what I'm saying, off of his own.
For sure, for sure. It's just Mark Breland is very experienced, an Olympic gold medalist, a former welterweight champion. He's the most experienced trainer in Wilder's corner. I think Breland, he's the best trainer Wilder got. I think JD's needs to be removed. I think Wilder needs to bring in another trainer to prepare him for Tyson Fury, man. You know what I mean? And Wilder got to make some adjustments. Seriously, he's gonna have to make some adjustments in his fight. Even I thought he won the first fight, of course, but he's gonna have to make some adjustments, bro. He got to bring somebody new in. You know what I mean? And he ain't got to get rid of nobody. Just bring somebody new in. You know what I'm saying? And I think that'll be the best bet for Wilder, bro. I would love John David Jackson as Wilder's new trainer. Even Derrick James, Earl Spence trainer Derrick James will be a nice fit. Even Jonathan Banks, who's also from the Crunk Gym. He trained Jonathan Banks, a former heavyweight. Jonathan Banks, who learned from Emmanuel Stewart, who's Emmanuel Stewart understudy. When Emmanuel Stewart retired from boxing, Jonathan Banks became the trainer for the Klitschko brothers. I think that'll be a great trainer for Wilder because Jonathan Banks is coming out the Crunk Gym just like Sugar Hill. He knows everything Sugar Hill is teaching Fury, and that'll be a great counter for Wilder to bring Jonathan Banks in. Wilder gonna have to make the right decision, bro. And I got nothing but love for Wilder as a person. He's a hell of a guy. He was a hell of a champion. This fight is very important, bro. This is the most important fight in Wilder's career. He needs this win, man.
I like to see.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
You good? Go ahead.
I like to see George Foreman handling his strength and conditioning. Train him the same workout that he had. You know what I'm saying, with the harness, pulling the Jeep and all that stuff, which is similar to what Ann Wolf was doing to what was the dude?
James Kirkland.
Yeah, James Kirkland. But as far as trainer, I would bring in Buddy McGirt.
Yeah, that's another great trainer. Buddy McGirt trained Antonio Tarver. He's a former world champion as a fighter. You know what I mean? Buddy McGirt is a hell of a trainer. He worked with Kovalev recently. He worked with Arturo Gatti. He's a hell of a trainer.
He turned Arturo Gatti into a whole different fighter.
Yep. He trained Antonio Tarver to knock out Roy Jones too.
Yeah. So he's the first trainer to beat Roy Jones. And in spectacular fashion. And I like Buddy McGirt. He's my favorite trainer. He was also one of my favorite fighters. Back in the day, you know what I'm saying? He gave in that first fight. Yeah, in the first fight, he gave Sweet Pea some work. But in the second fight, he said himself he messed up on that one.
Oh yeah, he was a hell of a fighter. He fought Meldrick Taylor. Buddy McGirt fought Pernell Whitaker twice. Buddy McGirt, a former champion. He was like a Hall of Fame fighter, Hall of Fame trainer. He was a legend.
And he had a shitty amateur career. His amateur career was trash. And he said screw that. Went pro, and became a force. Like I said, he's one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite all-time fighters, and he is right now my favorite trainer.
Yeah, he's a good trainer, man. Wilder does need to make some adjustments, and you talk to Team Wilder all the time, so hopefully you can relay that message to Tay. Well, I'm not gonna say all the time. I'm not sure how often you talk to Tay.
I don't talk about that though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like with all that stuff. When I talk to Tay, it goes on in the camp, all kind of stuff. We don't discuss none of that. I don't ask no questions. I don't. I mean, that's private business. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Sometimes it's best not to know nothing because if something get out, can't anybody say you told it? Because they're like, well, we didn't tell him nothing. He don't know nothing. Exactly. I don't know nothing.
Yeah, I got you. But out of concern for the champion, for the best of Wilder, I mean, I feel like, you know what I mean, he should bring somebody new in. Yeah, I mean, if it's Buddy McGirt or if it's John David Jackson, whoever it is if it's a Jonathan Banks, Derrick James, somebody has to come up in there, man. For real, bro.
You guys are, you know what I'm saying? You guys are press. I'm a fan. So you know what I'm saying. I don't run no channel. You know what I'm saying. No boxing channel like that. You know what I'm saying. So I don't be asking these guys no questions. I mean, I just or the closest I come is like, hey, you good? I mean, how you feeling? You good? Everything all right? So I leave it at that.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, I don't have the number to anybody on the team. I mean, so I mean, it's different, man. You know what I'm saying? But I like Wilder as a person. Wilder is a good guy. You know what I mean? Wilder, he knows who I am. You know what I mean? Because I used to communicate with him on the boxing voice. So me and him used, you know what I mean? I never talked directly to him, but he knew exactly who I was. You know what I mean? I want Wilder. I want the best for him, and I think that's the best. But we getting ready for the fight right here. So it's time for the fight. Josh Taylor versus Apinun Khongsong from Thailand. Apinun Khongsong, 16 wins, 13 knockouts. He's in the ring right here. We getting ready for the fight. Everybody hit the like button. Let's get those likes up. Come on now, let's get the likes up, guys. Let's get it. Josh Taylor, unified champion in the super lightweight division, unified champion at 140 pounds. Josh Taylor coming off his biggest win against Regis Prograis. Josh Taylor, big wins over Ivan Barichek. Big wins over Victor Postal. Undefeated. 16 wins, 12 knockouts. He's in the ring. Josh Taylor. He's looking for an undisputed match with Jose Ramirez. They want to make this fight happen in the future. Josh Taylor making his debut on Top Rank right here. His first fight on Top Rank. He just signed. Man, I'm looking at Josh Taylor as a future opponent for Devin Haney. Devin Haney wants to smoke. What's up with it, my boy? PGH Big Dog in the chat. He said, I agree. H Money JD is trash. Crazy that Wilder refuses to do road work. Dang, I didn't know. I mean, I'm not sure, man. I don't know about that. I mean, hopefully Wilder can get on the right path, man. He got to beat Fury, bro. And Wilder got to dig deep. I want Wilder to beat Fury, bro. You know what I mean? Let's go. Josh Taylor right here. Josh Taylor in the ring. Josh Taylor, unified champion. Josh Taylor versus Apinun Khongsong. 2 undefeated fighters. Somebody's old must go, Terrence Bailey Sr. Somebody's old gotta go. And I'm excited, man. Josh Taylor's a good fighter. Devin Haney wants Taylor. Haney wants Taylor. I'm taking notes right here. I'm taking notes. I got my scouting hat on today, Terrence Bailey Sr. I'm scouting Josh Taylor. That's the point of me watching this fight. I'm looking for flaws in this game. Let's make it happen. Everybody hit the like button.
I think
Go ahead.
I can't see it, so I'm listening to you. But I think the what's going to tell the tale is how many punches does Josh Taylor take in this fight? How many times does he get touched? And if this other dude can touch him, you know Devin can hammer him.
Exactly. Devin Haney wants that fight. Devin Haney, he's moving up to 140 pounds after his next 2 fights. After Devin Haney's next 2 fights, he's moving up to 140.
All right.
Let's get it.
That was my uncle, man. Sorry. I'm going.
You good. Apinun Khongsong, 16 wins, 13 knockouts from Thailand. This is the biggest fight of his career. This is the biggest fight of his career right here. An opportunity to become a champion. Will Apinun Khongsong take advantage of the opportunity? Will he seize the moment? Josh Taylor, undefeated, 16 wins, 12 knockouts, 5'10", 29 years old, the unified super lightweight champion of the world. Josh Taylor, the Tartan Tornado. He's ready out of Scotland, representing the UK. All right. Josh Taylor has been officially introduced. He's ready. Josh Taylor, you know what I mean? He's making his debut on Top Rank ESPN right here. He's officially making his debut. Josh Taylor, the WBA and IBF, Ring Magazine, super lightweight champion. Training, he got a new trainer, Ben Davidson. Ben Davidson, the former trainer of Tyson Fury, the new trainer of Josh Taylor. We're going to see how Josh Taylor Yo, what about now? How's the audio? Mr. Vegas, how's my audio? Is good? Am I good now? We getting ready for round number 1. Unified super lightweight champion Josh Taylor comes out round number 1. Josh Taylor in the southpaw stance. Josh Taylor in the southpaw stance. He comes out with the jab. Josh Taylor with the jab, taking his time. He's patient. He's boxing. He's using his footwork. He's using foot movement. Josh Taylor with the high guard defense. Taylor's just taking his time. It's a filling out process so far in round number 1. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Josh Taylor, unified champion versus Apinun Khongsong from Thailand. 2 undefeated fighters. Apinun Khongsong, he's stepping up in competition. But Josh Taylor's taking his time. I see Josh Taylor utilizing solid footwork right here. I see very good footwork by Josh Taylor so far. Just taking his time, being patient. Taylor being slick. He can box. He can bang. He's a good fighter. He's very solid. He's very versatile with his attack. Taylor's coming forward. Taylor's trying to walk down Khongsong. Khongsong with a quick combination. Taylor ties him up. They get in a clinch. Referee separates him. Taylor coming forward now. Khongsong with a big right hand right down the pipe. Let's go, Khongsong with a right hand right down the pipe. He's loading up on his shots. Khongsong is not afraid at all. Taylor walking him down. Khongsong comes. He's getting off first. Taylor looked like he's trying to get his timing down. Taylor going to have to make his adjustments. Taylor with a 1-2. Left hook. Josh Taylor just missed. Khongsong ties him up. Taylor looking kind of he looked kind of rusty right here. Taylor with a left hand backs up Khongsong. Khongsong took it. He took a big left hand by Taylor. Taylor with a double jab and he missed it. Taylor trying to keep him at bay now with the jab. Now Taylor's coming forward. Taylor he can do it all. He can box. He can bang. He got a lot of skills. Unified champion with a solid resume. He beat Victor Postal, Ivan Barichek, and Regis Prograis. Coming off that big win against Regis. All right. Khongsong left hand just missed it. What happened? Khongsong is down. What happened? Dang, Khongsong is down. What is this? He must have hit him in the throat. Khongsong is down. He's out. It looked like he's not getting up. Did the punch even land? What happened? The fight is over. The fight is over. The fight is over. What was that about, bro? I didn't even see a punch land. Oh, it was a body shot? Was it a body punch? Josh Taylor just stopped him in the first round.
Damn, that was quick.
What was that? Josh Taylor just knocked him out. What was it, D-Hodge? What the hell was that?
I'm not watching it, but I'm just like, damn, all I did was just pick my beer up to take a sip, and when I'm putting it back down, you're like, he's knocked out. I'm like, damn, this nigga got knocked out before I could take a sip of beer.
What happened, bro? I got to see the replay. It must have been a body. He's still down. He's still down. Must have been a body. Was it a? I can't believe this, bro. He was not. The round was almost over.
I didn't even get a chance to say where's Gusto. I'll wait for the round barrel so I can ask where's Gusto. Yeah. I didn't get a chance to do that.
What happened? I'm looking at the replay right here. So he had him in a clinch. What was it? Oh, left hook to the body. Oh, left hook to the body. Oh, man. Finished him off with a left hook to the body. He snuck in the body shot. Left hook to the liver. Right to the liver. Khongsong was out. He's still down on the canvas.
Still down?
Still down.
Yo, that means he knocked all his air out of him and knocked his soul out of him.
Bro, he's still there, bro. I gotta show y'all what he's doing real quick. I can show y'all real quick. Look at this. Dang.
Trying to catch his breath. He gotta catch his breath.
It was a body shot, bro. I'm gonna show y'all. Wait, man, it was a body shot. Let me show you this dude. He's still on the ground, dog. This shit is crazy, bro. I can't believe this. Oh, look, he's still on the ground. Look, let me show y'all now. Then I gotta hurry up. Dang, wait. This man's still on the ground. Josh Taylor looking at the crowd, celebrating first round knockout. I gotta go. As soon as they go to Khongsong, I'm gonna show y'all.
So that must be like that when Bernard did the Oscar, because Oscar didn't get up for a good minute.
Bro. Look at the dude still down on the ground, bro. Still out, bro. This is crazy.
That's a body. So he got some power then, or that dude must. I don't know. I didn't.
He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter, but you know what? He just hit him with a nasty body shot. Khongsong knocked out in the first round. Josh Taylor gets the job done. He makes a statement. He did what he was supposed to do. Taylor did what he was supposed to do in that one, bro.
That dude's went fast.
Damn, can't get much on his scouting report because he.
And that gotta suck though. You do all that weeks of training and then get knocked out in some seconds. Oh my god!
That's why Mike Tyson got to the point where Mike Tyson couldn't get no fights in his prime.
All that. Oh man! Wow. Yep. Because like I said, Bernard Hopkins, when he hit Oscar with that body shot, Oscar didn't get up for a minute, and he made like a noise, like a like. Them body blows are serious.
Bet money after that fight that Oscar went and put that lingerie back on.
Dang, Josh Taylor just abused this kid, man. Josh Taylor just, man, one body shot did it. He still hurt. He must have broke a rib or something. Man, he still hurt, bro. He's over here like, he's holding his rib. He can't breathe. Doctor's looking at him. Taylor went over there just to check on him, make sure he's okay. Josh Taylor,
because I worry too. He's still down. Like, damn, I didn't mean to do that to him. Damn.
Sound like Will Jones and Virgil Hill.
Yeah, it was something like that. Something like that. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Terrence Bailey. That's what it looked like. Josh Taylor, first round stoppage of Apinun Khongsong. Khongsong's first time fighting on this level. Josh Taylor stops him. And guess what, Terrence Bailey Sr.? Josh Taylor is now working with Tyson Fury's former trainer, Ben Davison. So you got Tyson Fury's former trainer, Ben Davison, working with him. Josh Taylor, first round stoppage.
Check them gloves.
But
this is Tyson Fury's from the first fight.
Yeah, that's a good one. He said, check the gloves.
We said, confidence. Check them gloves.
He said, where you get this power from?
Check them gloves.
You're stupid, TB.
He's still hurting, TB. He's still hurting.
Trust no one. Check them gloves. Hey, get the rap.
Listen. Josh Taylor got the win.
Might be some plaster France, Paris, Sweden, and everything in them gloves. And some rocks.
Oh man, you're crazy, TB. But he said, check the gloves. Mysterious power from somewhere.
Hey, Devin Haney wants Josh Taylor, bro. Devin Haney will be moving up to 140 pounds after his next two fights. Haney wants Taylor. Josh Taylor looked good. Devin Haney wants those belts. Haney will give Josh Taylor a boxing lesson. Josh Taylor, you can't hit what you can't see. When Devin Haney's footwork with his speed will be too much for Josh Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Josh Taylor got the win. Congratulations to Josh Taylor. But Haney wants that smoke. Haney versus Taylor in the future. We can't wait for that fight, man. You know what I'm saying? But Josh Taylor got the win. For those that don't know, Josh Taylor just won by first round knockout. Left hook to the body. Ended the fight. Left hook to the body did it.
If I was Devin Haney, I'd be putting his ass on notice right away. When I come to 140, I want to be my first fight.
Yep. Devin Haney wants Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez. He wants the winner. When they fight, Devin Haney wants the winner of Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez. Devin Haney wants to fight all the champions. So Josh Taylor, Devin Haney is calling you out, and we want to make that fight happen in the future when Devin Haney moves up. I just hope that like this, Terrence. I hope when Devin Haney moves up to 140, Josh Taylor is still in a weight class. Hopefully he doesn't run out the division when Devin Haney comes on the scene. Hopefully he doesn't leave when Devin Haney comes to 140.
Yeah, that's why I be pulling this coat right now. I be giving them that Keith Thurman talk. Don't duck me, son. Don't duck me, son. I'm coming to 140. I want to fight you first. Don't duck me. You better not duck me, son.
Exactly.
I be talking to him right now. That
Yes.
way, if he do move up, you know what time it is.
Haney wants Taylor. Devin Haney wants to fight Josh Taylor. Devin Haney wants to fight Jose Ramirez. He wants all the champions when he moves up in weight. Make sure y'all hit that like button right now. Subscribe to the channel. We getting ready for the Charlo pay-per-view. Right after this, we about to go straight to the Charlo card, bro. Right after this, man. So Josh Taylor, he wins by first round stoppage. I'm about to drop the link in the chat for the Charlo video because we about to go straight to Charlo. Jamal Charlo, Sergey Derevyanchenko video. So y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to drop the link because we're going to end this one. Josh Taylor wins by first round knockout against Khongsong. I tell you one thing, Devin Haney ain't no Khongsong. Devin Haney is the new face of boxing. Devin Haney, the next Floyd Mayweather. Devin Haney, he got that Sugar Ray Leonard style. So we definitely can't wait for it. I'm about to drop the link to the next video.
H.
What's up, man?
I would venture to say he's not going to be the next Floyd. He's not. I mean, he's going to have fights that are going to remind you of big Mayweather fights. But I would venture to say that he's going to be the new Devin Haney. When people look back, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna say, oh, there was Floyd, but there was Floyd, there was Ramirez, but you know what I'm saying, there was De La Hoya, but then but this guy remind me of, with Haney and he fighting him, we're like, this guy got a game like Haney.
I got you, but I'm just comparing him to the greats. He grew up with the Mayweathers, that's why he got that comparison. But let me say this: we're about to end the stream. I just dropped the link in the chat to the Charlo video. We going straight to the Charlo video right now. So meet me in the new stream. I'm going straight to it, y'all. Josh Taylor first round knockout. Devin Haney wants Josh Taylor. Let's make it happen in the future. Haney versus Taylor. Let's go to the